everybody? We're back. It's been another week, another great week of gaming, of positive gaming. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community.
I'm so glad to be here. Oh, man.
It's a good time.
It is a good time.
This is podcast number 180. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, check out his sick new shirt. He made it himself. It's Mr. McSpicy. Mark Hayward.
That sounds so stupid. I'm sporting the colors.
To TBA. Coming soon to a Teespring near you.
To a store on our website near
Yeah.
you. This is one of the prototypes for our new clothing line.
Yes, very nice. There it is. There it is. Next, he spends his days on the roof, and he likes it. It's Jordan Paskett.
Hello.
Best thing that happened to you this week?
Dude, actually, let me tell you.
Oh, you've got a story.
No, I had a really good week this week. Let me tell you about it.
Okay.
So, I went to this guy's house for work.
Sure.
So anyway, he calls in. I'm working a late night, right?
Okay.
Right. He calls in and he's like, "Hey, man, you explained his situation. He has a pretty good sized house, right? You know?
Okay, yeah.
So his router, they only have one router in the home because they're not like a huge, internet usage family.
I got it,
They just kind of use it in the streaming areas and they call it good, right? So they have it over by their main entertainment center. But he bought himself an Xbox.
I like where this is going.
His room is on the other side of the house, and the range it's just not there. You know what I mean? You can buy really expensive routers with big ranges. Stuff like that,
Sure.
right? So the range just isn't there. So that's why he's struggling, right? So I went over there and I was taking a look at things. I said, "Hey, man," and he was just telling me, he was like, "Yeah, I just bought my Xbox. I'm really enjoying this game." He Destiny and Overwatch, and he's a big Halo guy. Right?
Yeah.
Just bought his Xbox. He said he's been playing all the Halos, right? He loves it, starting from like the first one up, right? Because he got the collection and then 5. And I was kind of jealous because I was like, "Oh, dude, if I could experience that again for the first time."
I know. Yeah.
Right? So anyway,
lucky dog.
so he's going through this, and I said, "Hey, man, I'll take care of you." And
How did you
I worked some magic, and we got him directly plugged in.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's not worried about anything.
How?
Because he was like,
what'd you do? Just run really long Ethernet cords?
Yeah.
Or
Well, I had
just-
the
You
time.
grabbed a hammer.
Yeah.
And just punched the line
All the
right
walls,
through. It's
yeah.
going right in the middle of the room. I'll take care of you, man.
No, because he had access point. Yeah, we could have done access points and stuff. Basically, what I did is I ran an Ethernet cable to his room from the main router, and I put a second router there and basically put it in like access point mode.
Yeah.
So they'll get good Wi-Fi on that side of the house, and he can plug directly. So it's basically acting as like a wireless switch right now.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Very
directly
nice.
plugged in, and he was getting full speeds.
Oh, that's
right
beautiful.
there. And because I plugged in my laptop, because you can't do like a traditional speed test from your Xbox, right? You can do their speed test, but
Which is off.
yeah, well, yeah.
It's
I mean,
off, yeah.
it's never going to be on. Same with PlayStation and Nintendo's. Like, it's different. But
Yeah.
although he was getting speed, so I did a full speed. The needle just shot up there. And I said,
Okay.
"Look at this."
Here's the golden question: did you tell him about the podcast?
I did, yeah. Because I was
you?
like, "Hey, dude, you do an Xbox? I do actually do an Xbox pod." That's why I was like, "Hey, man,
Hey, man, I'll hook you up.
I'll take care of you."
Yeah. You
And
know,
then I got my hammer.
just smashed it right
No,
through
actually,
the-
that house they have if I don't know if anybody wanted to live in an attic, it'd be that one. It was
Oh.
like
You could, like, walk
catwalks and
through
stuff.
it?
Yeah, so I fished some fish wire down a hole where their main router was,
Sure.
and I pulled my wire back up and I just walked it across the house. Cut out a wall plate on his.
It's not to code, but it
Yeah.
works.
Very nice.
That's what I would do. Yeah, I like where you went with that.
Oh, yeah.
Good. That's
Very
good.
nice. Last but not least, I haven't shaved in a while, but I did get a haircut.
I did. I noticed that.
Yes, thank you.
On
Thank
your
you.
stream this morning, when did you get a
I
haircut?
was looking dapper yesterday.
Yesterday.
Big shout out to Barber Blake.
Yeah.
Blake the Barber.
He listens to our show.
He listens to the show. He's really excited for Shadow of War.
Yeah. Who isn't though? That looks so
And
good.
he is getting into Forza 7. We have convinced
Well, he's
him.
a car guy. That's
is
what
a
he
car guy.
plays.
Yeah.
That is what he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am X1. We are the X1Bros. We got some big announcements. Some big announcements that are going to cause an awe moment right here with some community members. Nick Wrightson, a.k.a. Happy Mayo, and his wife Destiny. They're going to be having their second baby on Monday.
nice.
Destiny is
Number
going to
2.
be induced. Good luck. Congratulations. We are happy for
Wait,
the both
did you
of
say
you.
Destiny's going to be induced?
Her name is Destiny.
Oh!
His wife's name is Destiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's awesome.
I know. Perfect
Whoa,
timing.
broke
Perfect
my
timing.
brain.
Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Congratulations. Good luck, Destiny. You will do fine. Also, B18 Duke, he's going to be a dad October 11th, so we're giving him a shout out. That one gets an aw as well. There you go. Lots of X1. You've heard of the X1 Bros. We are now having X1 babies.
Awesome.
All over the place.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We are looking for more community team creative team members. Please send an email if you want to write. If you've seen our positive gaming blogs, they're interesting. They're variety. It's fantastic. If you want to contribute, please email david@x1bros.com and we'll get you hooked up. It's a good time. Come join the creative team. Seriously, one of the best creative teams out there. Super good time. Guess what? We have a community play. Third Saturday of every month, there's a community play. This month, Battlefield 1, baby.
This is a fun one.
Battlefield 1. And we get the new map packs. You have the new map pack, don't you, Jordan? Have you had a chance to jump into that yet?
I have it all.
You
He
do.
used his magic and got it all.
You have it all.
It's
Very
called
nice.
a credit card.
Anyways, October 21st, noon Eastern, Battlefield 1. It's the third Saturday of every month. We have a Minecraft realm. The Minecraft realm is doing awesome. Lots of people are in there. If you'd like to join it, just shoot X1Bros a message, and we'll get you in there. But we have Destiny clans. Our Destiny clans are rocking it like nobody's business.
They're doing so good. I actually hopped on to Destiny today just because I kind of took a break.
Yeah. A good solid week.
Yeah, because the Minecraft Realms came out.
Yeah.
And I haven't slept. So
Sleeped. You can't. Yeah. You
Can't even speak right.
Can't even speak. Yeah, because you haven't slept.
Wait, well, how do you say it?
Slept. I haven't slept.
Dude, isn't that called subjective English? Dude,
No.
I believe it's called proper English.
Although I will give you this.
That word's hard. Shut up.
I will give you this. English does have a lot of like fake rules that I think
they
are
are
stupid.
made up rules.
Yeah.
When I was learning Spanish, I had to learn English to learn Spanish. It was terrible. And I had to learn about stuff that my teachers never taught me.
Well, I feel like if something doesn't work in English, they just make up a rule. Like, for example, A, E, I, O, and U are vowels, except for when you can't use them, then Y is a vowel. So, you know what I mean? Like, then it...
Yeah, English is a weird language.
Yeah.
So you hopped into Destiny. The Destiny clan's doing well.
Yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that because you guys made fun of me. No, yeah. You guys are stupid.
Anyways, we got lots of clans, but there is a FIFA club out there. FIFA 18. Go join the FIFA club. X1 Bros. Just search for it.
Yeah.
You'll get right on that team. It will be awesome. And that's it for the house.
FIFA's fun.
The cleanups. Oh, FIFA's so much fun. Are we
I'm
going to
thinking
jump
about
into
getting
FIFA
it
this
this
year?
year,
I
yeah.
think. I know.
I think, can we try it right now? I think if you have EA access, you can
it
go
is
ahead and
free. I
grab it right
believe.
now,
I believe
yeah.
you could jump in it for your 5
should.
hours. With that, let's get this show on the road. Jordan, what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week?
Actually, there's a lot of good ones. Of course, there's so many, we can't pick them all, so I picked my favorites. Starting out, we are literally 1 day away from the last day of the month. So you know what that means.
This is great news.
Yeah, so you know what that means.
What does that mean?
That means
This is your favorite story.
We've got new games with gold, baby.
with gold. Check this out.
What are
Mark,
the games with gold?
You might
Not be happy because I bought that game.
you bought one of these games, yeah.
But it was such a good game.
Yeah, so it's worth it. So check it out. And you only spent $20 on it, so you know.
Only $20 is still like that's like a movie.
On October 1st, we have Gone Home on the Xbox One available for free. That's you save $20.
Boom. Gone
Free.
Home's a big
For
one.
the 360 backward compatible on October 1st, you get Rayman 3 HD.
Okay.
Which is
Yes.
pretty cool.
That is
On
cool.
October 16th, this is the big one. This is the one I'm excited for. You get the Turing test for free. Originally $20. Get it free on October 16th.
McSpicy, you have played
Yeah.
the Turing test and highly recommend it, do you not?
It's one of the best games that's been made in the last couple of years.
Describe
If you want to
describe
know
it
if
to
you're
someone.
a robot.
Yeah. That's what a Turing test
Who
is.
would
AI,
who would
AI.
like the Turing test?
If you liked Portal
Okay.
and Portal 2, which that is a very popular game made by Valve. Very, very good. One of my favorite games of all time. This is Portal with a super intriguing story.
That's what I was going to ask you. So Portal has like a story, right? You know,
It's a story.
quote
and
unquote, like it has its narrative that kind of pushes you through. But I've
And
heard
which is
this
fun.
story is like a lot more in depth.
Oh, and it's
mature. You know, like it's
mature,
really.
it's good, and it deals with space and the ethics of space travel and the ethics of artificial intelligence.
There's depth there.
It's super good.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend it more.
Now, did you? So Gone Home was huge on the PC. I remember when Gone Home came out. Did you play Gone Home?
I never played that. I'm gonna have to try
See
that.
I thought that was one that you might have played as well, but no. Anyways, both fantastic games, critically acclaimed. Looking forward to jumping into
Free.
both of those.
You cannot beat free, and
No.
it's really the Turing test. It should not be free. It's that good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this next one for the Xbox 360 on October 16th, this actually brought me back because I actually bought this game on the 360. Medal of Honor Airborne.
Yeah, I remember
Way
this.
back when I actually bought that one. I remember liking the campaign in it.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
I remember the big deal with this is you could. Any map would be different because you could fly out and land anywhere on the map,
yeah.
and it would change the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So pretty cool. So those are your free games for October. I think Turing Test is probably the big one to get, and of course, Gone Home. I mean, that's going to be a fun one too.
Yeah.
I'm just personally really excited. For
I like
Turing
that
Test.
they're puzzle, slower paced, story driven games this month. That's it's refreshing.
I like that as well. Let's just jump right into the deals. It's kind of
Give me a big deal. Give me the biggest deal in your
biggest
opinion.
deal. Oh, that's
Mass
hard.
Effect.
Mass Effect is a good one. Rocket League is a really good one just because of how popular Rocket League
Rocket
is.
League is huge.
Um,
Who doesn't like Rocket
dude,
League?
honestly, I could probably say that. I would say probably Mass Effect
Actually,
is
have
probably
you
one
met
of
someone that doesn't like Rocket League? I don't think
I don't
I've
think
ever
I've
heard
ever
anyone
had.
say anything
Rocket
bad
League.
about that.
Yeah,
game.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone
The worst
say
they've said is
Rocket
I
League.
suck at it, which is what I say. But I've never heard anyone say, I hate that game. I don't really like that game.
Yeah, I've never heard that either.
Yeah.
I would say that probably the best deal is, David said it, Mass Effect. So you got Mass Effect Andromeda Standard Edition and Mass Effect Andromeda Deluxe Edition, both 50% off.
Okay.
That's huge savings.
That is huge savings.
I
That
mean-
is a lot of savings. And then you got, I like this one, Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, also 50% off, both
Ooh.
those. I did buy them like a month or so ago, so
Can I say one that I really like?
yes.
Transformers Devastation.
Hey, look at that. Yeah.
That's 50% off. That's a really good game.
Dude, there's a lot
Old
of games.
school.
A lot of games this deal session, if you will, 50% and above.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them.
If you have a flavor for the classic Transformer video game,
Devastation is
like
it.
the 1980s Transformers, it's right on, man.
Interesting. Barbara Blake brought up that's his favorite game of all time.
He's the
one
reason.
of his favorite games.
He's the reason I got that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked good. I mean, just watching it looked freaking awesome.
They have like the original voices in it. A lot of fun stuff.
I want
in it.
you guys to buy this game with me.
Okay.
So it's called
What is
I
it?
Am Bread. I saw this one when I was looking up the news. I
I
Am
ha-
Bread.
I have this on Steam.
Or
You
50%
had that on
off.
Steam?
50% off. That puts it at $6.
What, are you trying to escape the oven?
No, you're trying to get toasted.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically like it's like a simulator, like Goat Simulator or Octodad Simulator,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
where
Okay.
you press your buttons and you wobble weird, and you
Yeah.
have to get from one side of the room to where you can be toasted, whether it's the radiator or a oven or whatever. Your goal is to get toasted.
Toast says the goal is to
With-
become me.
With the
Yes, that's exactly right.
with
That's
the
exactly
deal this week, $6.50.
right. A pissed off Scottish man.
That's what happens when you're toasted. I mean, that's exactly what you get.
That'll
That's the
do it.
recipe. Speaking of Rocket League, though, Toast said in chat, I raided with someone today who hadn't heard of Rocket League. I left the raid. That's funny.
That's funny. So those are your deals. Pretty good. Let's just start out with a huge one that everybody's been waiting for how many years now? Quite a while. I'm talking about the
quite a
completely hand-drawn game of
Cuphead. So this is out as of this morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, I believe.
Xbox
is what it
One,
was.
Windows 10, Play Anywhere title.
Looks so good. Just the artwork looks fantastic.
Hand-drawn.
Hand-drawn. I've been watching people play it all day. Beautiful, gorgeous, better looking than anything they've showed, watching people play it live. Now, the big question is, Mr. McSpicy has had a chance to play it, and I would imagine has had a chance to play it in depth because this is his baby.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts. Give us your first impressions. How is the game? Has it lived up to the hype? Is it a little bit disappointing? Is the hand-drawn characters all that it's cracked up to be? Because watching it, it's like, whoa, that's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, going into this discussion, I don't have a lot to say
Okay.
because it is the game that I've always wanted in my life.
Oh, my goodness.
It's good.
Oh,
and
man.
It's really good. It's meant for me.
How was the first?
It is that game. They saw games that I like. They said I'm a hardcore, tough 2D platformer kind of guy, And then I like charm, I like music, and I like
Smooth jazz music.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
I cannot tell you how much I like this game. They do with what they do with Super Meat Boy, where they have coins and stuff and unlockables. They have the time on there, so you can always go back and try to improve and gold star it. Basically, just like Super Meat Boy did.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How was the first boss fight?
I
you haven't got.
I haven't done the first boss
That's
fight.
everybody's saying
I've
the
seen
boss fights in that
the
game.
boss fights are fantastic.
Are amazing.
Yeah. I know because I have.
Let me know when you get to the mermaid lady.
I have seen those. I got to tell you, it's hard, and I'm like a veteran 2D platformer kind of guy. And I died. The first level, I died 10 times.
I might get really mad at this game. Then
That's what I love. I love a challenge. I love the satisfaction when you play a level and beat it.
Does he do the pew 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 pew?
No,
pew
they
still?
changed the sound.
Oh, I really loved that pew pew pew.
It would have got. It's now snaps.
Oh, okay.
It's super awesome. The reason I haven't played the boss fight is because I'm so OCD about getting perfect scores on all my levels.
Can I ask you another question? From what I've seen gameplay wise, isn't it kind of set up like the old Mario games, where like you go to each different section? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you kind of go into that section. There's a couple levels, then you go up to the next section.
Yeah, like Mario Party.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like Super Mario, like the old. You remember how there was like the dots on the map?
Oh,
and you
like
worked your way
like
across?
SNES Super Mario World.
Yeah, because don't you like go to like a section, do a couple levels, and then go up, and you know what I mean?
And
Like that old
when
style.
you beat certain things, it unlocks a bridge or
and
whatever.
then you cross the okay, cool.
I gotta say, when I first started this game up, the music that it starts, it's like a quartet of guys singing.
Like a barbershop,
like a barbershop.
Like an old school cartoon.
Old school barbershop cartoon, and then it's not ragtime style, but it's the old piano starts playing.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, for 10 minutes, I just sat there with my eyes closed and just enjoyed the music.
So it's that. So Ronan in chat says you get such a huge sense of accomplishment when you get the mechanics of a boss fight down and complete it without getting hit once.
And
True
see,
doctrine?
That's important because the amount of times you get hit determines your score at the end. So you do not want to get hit at all. And that satisfaction is really key because you did it without you accomplished something without getting hit.
Sure.
And that's actually why I haven't made it that far in this game, because I don't want to get hit, and these levels are tough. They're very hard.
Yeah. Very cool.
I love the loading icon. That just these are the stupid little things that I really like about a game,
Mm-hmm.
They have this character time guy. And I guess in like old Windows 95, you had that paperclip that would be annoying. Clippy, yeah, he would come up.
I'm sad that they got rid of him.
He was annoying, but then when he went away, you realized how much you appreciated
you liked his
smile.
personality.
He came up and he was just like, "Hey, are you writing a paper? Or are you making a resume?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm making a resume." Like he was just a really nice guy.
Yeah, I love that little. There's a little icon guy. Even the loading screen has so much charm, and I just enjoy it. I love they put a filter over the top of a layer of the game, which is the old school film look, where it's all warped, and apparently you'll see a hair appear, or whatever from like the old film reels.
Sure.
And what I really liked is when it would show my avatar, it was behind that filter, so it looked old and kind of dated, seasoned. Let's use the word seasoned as well. And so my avatar is looking like the old stuff. I gotta say that this game has the best tutorial I've ever played.
So did you pass the tutorial? Remember the video of the gaming journalist, and they couldn't get past the tutorial, and it was like banging your head against a wall watching them play because it wasn't hard necessarily.
It wasn't hard. It's so well. If you've played a platformer before, you can breeze through the tutorial.
Sure.
If that journalist had never played a platformer, which kind of makes sense to me in this gaming world that we have, then I can see that. But it was just it's like an artist's piece of paper that you're walking across, and it's just telling you how to do things.
Yeah.
And my gosh, I love it. There's so much charm just bleeding out of this game. And it's so hard, and I love it when it's difficult. I cannot. Too many games are too easy, and you don't get the satisfaction of what it takes. Okay? I have an example.
Sure.
And that's just me as a gamer how I like to game. I like things difficult, and I like to get the satisfaction of beating something that takes practice. You know, we were talking about English earlier.
Uh-huh.
I hated English in high school and junior high and all that stuff. Reason being is the teachers could never tell me why I was wrong. It was always an opinion. You should have said this. You could have said this. This is why I dock you. Math, I loved because it is, well, you're wrong because of X. You're wrong because of Y.
Yeah.
And so I could be like, okay, I can fix that. I want to use my brain and fix that. And I really, really liked math versus English. A game like this versus a game, let's say, like Call of Duty.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Freaky RO just subscribed to our channel. And that is the big news. Here we go, everybody. The big news of the day today. We have been partnered with Mixer, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We are now partners with Mixer. Big thank you to Mixer for accepting us as partners. If you'd like, it's just another way to support the show. If you'd like to subscribe to us, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button up top. It's there right now. If you don't see it, hit the refresh. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are partnered. Big thank you to everyone in chat, all of your support. Huge thank you to Mixer. We're so happy to be a part of their platform. Positive gaming, baby. This is where we're at. So much fun.
We got partnered. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good.
We thought we'd invite everybody over for a party. Everybody. So those of you who are listening in your car right now and you've not yet checked us out on Mixer, come check us out on Mixer. It's a good time. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we're there streaming. The podcast is live on Friday. It's a good time.
That's a big deal. That's a milestone for us.
It is a huge milestone.
So
and we're
that's-
super happy, super excited. Thank you so much, everybody.
That happened. That just happened live. Like, literally, the button appeared right in the middle of my discourse.
Yeah. And I meant to hit it sooner, but I was going to let you finish. But then Freaky hit the subscribe button, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
All hell broke loose.
Anyways, so
Big thank you.
Thank
Thank you to everybody in chat, all the support, all of our special shout out to our mods who are here and work hard. Toast, Mitchell, Shine is there every morning. Big thank you everybody who jumps in and mods for us. We really appreciate it. Everybody over on Discord,
That is awesome.
everybody that listens to the podcast, we're slowly taking over the world with positive gaming, and this is just the next step to that. So huge thank you. And continuing now with Cuphead, Mr. McSpicy. We just threw you.
I know.
Threw you right there.
I think I was talking about math versus English.
Yes.
A game like this appeals to me because when you're playing the game like this, a difficult 2D platformer, you know why you messed up. It's very calculated. You messed up because you went left when you were supposed to go right. Whereas a game like Call of Duty or Crucible and Destiny, it's very ambiguous why you were killed. It's very difficult to nail down. It's up to interpretation, essentially.
Yeah.
Why you lost the match, why you won the match. It's much more, it's not as cut and dry. Whereas a game like this, I know how I can improve, and it appeals to me, and that is one of the reasons why I think this game was meant for me, a gamer like me.
Yeah.
I love Cuphead. I really do. I give it the fun factor. I'm having a really good time playing it, and I can't wait to play it more. So we got to hurry up with this podcast so I can play it more.
Does it make, or where is it on your favorite game list so far?
I mean, I've only had it for like 6 hours.
That's okay though. I mean, it could be on your. What's the replayability factor on this?
It's good. I mean, usually, like, you take an old school 2D platformer like the original Mario or something, and the replayability is not really there. Because 2D platformers didn't necessarily, classic 2D platformers didn't necessarily have a replayability factor, I guess, as much as you would hope for. But this, like, they have the time at the end. They have the score where you can get an A-, a B, a C. You can, things add to that score, such as time, such as getting all the coins or collectibles on the level, such as not getting hit. I mean, you only have a certain amount of life. You can get like buffs from the Porky the Pig guy.
Yeah.
But you can to help with that. But essentially, the replayability is perfection, and I love being perfect.
Yeah. I mean, that's right up your. That's right. I mean, look at your city skylines.
Yeah, I'm such a analytical OCD kind of player,
Yeah.
and I love this game.
Okay, now someone like me, you know me, me and you that way are probably opposite. I am an English guy more than a math guy, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're different that way in how we. And I mean, look at my skylines compared to yours. Like I'm freewheeling.
Yeah.
Does this game appeal to someone like me?
It does, but I would say be cautious because I want to give an example of a very, very difficult game, more difficult than this game.
Sure.
1001 Spikes.
Okay.
I think I was one of the few people that liked that game, and
Yeah.
I love that game.
I mean, I didn't think it was bad. It
Didn't appeal to
It just
you.
didn't appeal to me. Yeah.
This, I think, and 1001 Spikes didn't have as much charm as this does.
No, this
I
has
think-
charm. I love the artwork in it, and to me that's the pool. But then the gameplay does look fun.
Yeah, it really is fun. It's really good. It's difficult. So I say be prepared. You're going to die a lot. The old Dark Souls saying, a tough game is a tough game.
Sure.
So I would say, yes, you'll like it, but be prepared. It's not going to be a breeze.
Yeah, that actually brings up a great question. John Caldwell writes in and says, with the release of Cuphead, I want you guys to discuss the difficulty and challenge and what's right for you. Some people don't like Souls, some do, that kind of difficulty. Is this the right balance of difficulty? Is it too difficult for some players, do you think, or is it...
Yeah,
Is
it is
it
too
good?
difficult for some players.
Okay.
I would say it is. And I say that as a positive attribute of the game.
Sure, yeah, that's not a negative.
That's not a
just,
negative.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, it's too hard for some players. But I would say that's more age than I mean, if you're our age, I think you're gonna like it. I think it's fun to see how good you can become at a game like this. You can see progression.
Kind of like the old classic arcade games, high score.
High score, yeah. It's just I think it's more technical than people are going to be used to. But I think I would consider this a gateway drug into the hardcore 2D platformers.
Very cool.
Because the charm cushions you in.
Yeah.
And even dying is. I love the death screen. I love this game was made for me, for a gamer like me. So I would say, to answer your question, yes, it's too hard for some players, but watch some gameplay, give it a look, see how players react as they're playing on Twitch or Mixer. Enjoy the way that nowadays we can see how real gamers are absorbing it, and I think you'll be satisfied and probably purchase it.
Freaky RO in chat says, I feel that Dark Souls, dying takes a lot away from you. In Cuphead, you lose maybe 3 minutes. So it's a lot,
That's a good
lot
point.
better access on, replayability. Even though you might get frustrated, it throws you right back into it. So it's try and fail type of game, right?
And I mentioned this. One of the reasons I like this game is the perfection aspect. You want to be perfect. There was a game called Runner.
Blade Runner?
Not Blade Runner. No, not Harrison Ford.
Oh, dang it.
No, it was. I love that game. It's basically where you ran and jumped. I'll look it up in a minute. I played the snot out of that game. I love that game. But you're a rainbow guy, you're a ninja, and you just jump up and down, and you jump to the beat of the music, and as you're doing better, the music gets stronger and stronger.
Okay.
Someone in chat will probably let me know. My brain's blank right now. Sorry, but a game like that is it's difficult, but it's rewarding. And to go back into this, losing time, as soon as I got hit,
Sure.
I just wanted to die.
Okay.
Because, yes, you only lose 3 minutes, but that's a lot of 3 minutes added up. I got hit. Oh, I want a perfect score. I'm going to start over, practice. So, yeah, you lose less, but you kind of still have a lot it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But in Dark Souls, you lose your souls, and that pisses you off.
Yeah, I mean, that you lose your equipment, you lose everything, really, if you don't make it back to your
just
place.
get mad.
It is literally a waste of time if you die in Dark Souls. In this, it is not, because you're learning. You know that guy's going to appear. You know that jump requires a dash. You know that,
Yeah.
So
Very, very cool. So that is Cuphead, highly recommended by Mr. McSpicy. If
Out
he
now.
recommends it on this type of game, it's got to be good.
Watch some gameplay.
It's got to
Just-
be good.
just
I'll tell you, I've been
absorb
watching
it.
gameplay, and it makes watching it makes me want it. For those of you that are just tuning in, well, I guess we're not live. If you're just live now,
For those of you that
just
just-
turning in on the radio, it's 5 after 11, and
For those
drive
of you
time.
that just skipped ahead to this
Yeah.
part of the show.
What am I doing here? Anyways, yeah, we have been partnered. The button just dropped on Mixer. Now, what does that get you? It's just another way to help the community, help the show. For subscribing, you'll get a special emoticon next to your name in chat that lets people know that you are subscribed to the channel. It's not up now because
We just
got
happened.
it like
Yeah.
10 seconds ago on the show, so we don't have anything. You will also get access to custom emotes. Let the world know again that you sub to the channel. Just a great way to
Support us.
support the show,
And-
support the channel.
And you get to show off in chat while we're live or when we're streaming that you support us and you look cool. You have
Yeah.
a badge of honor.
Like a badass, we get to create a cool little icon for you that's going to go up probably this weekend sometime, so you'll be able to see it there. But we're really excited and really happy for that, and that brings us to our next news
Yes.
story, which is some Final
Big
Fantasy
one. Yo, actually,
multiplayer.
a lot of good Final Fantasy stuff. So the Final Fantasy Comrades multiplayer expansion trailer dropped in classic fashion. It's a legit Final Fantasy trailer. There's the music, the weirdness, it's good stuff. Like it's a good trailer. I really enjoyed it. Now,
The good weird.
if
The
you
good
have
weird.
not beaten the game,
Sword
I
Art Online
suggest no.
That's a mixed weird. There's good weird in that, and there's weird in that.
Yeah. So
Oddly enough, it's a great combination.
it works. So I would suggest, and this is just, multiplayer, I know you're excited, it's great. I would not watch this trailer until you have beaten the game. This trailer, the way the multiplayer works and what you're going to be doing is super spoiler heavy, like way spoiler heavy. But it looks awesome. It's coming out, I believe, October 31st. And it's going to be a fun one. Team up with your friends, create your own avatars, your characters, do quests together. Have a good time. Like I said, I can't say what you'll be doing in those quests because if I do, it will ruin the game.
For sure, yeah.
because it's a story. It's a part of the story, which is really cool. So be sure to check that out, especially if you've beaten the game. If not, hurry up and beat the game and then check it out because it's going to be a good time. Also with Final Fantasy, and this is a fun one, they came out with their update, another update in September, just recently, and did bug fixes, all that usual stuff. But it also adds a story element in Chapter 12. So it talks about the Astral War
Okay.
in Chapter 12. Now, if you've gotten to a certain point in the game, there is a side quest called the Astral War where you go, or not called the Astral War, it's called something, but you go around and take pictures and you kind of learn a little bit about it. We have not really seen much about it in this game up until this point, but they did add a little story thing at the end of, was it at the end of the chapter? It's in Chapter 12.
Yeah.
But if you've already beaten the game, you can go back to Chapter 12, play it, see it, enjoy the coolness. If you haven't beaten the game, hurry up and beat it, and you'll just see it as you go along with the regular game. So very cool. I really like that Final Fantasy is coming back and doing that stuff to the campaign. I think it's cool. I really do. So anyway, Comrades coming out.
Okay, do you think, hypothetical here, because Final Fantasy Online was pretty legit, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's like the number 2 game behind Warcraft.
It
or
was
something
one
like
of
that,
the best
I
MMOs,
know personal friends and family that have gotten married from playing on that game.
as do I.
I think that was number 11.
I believe I.
So
Fun
Realm
story.
Reborn's out now. It's a whole different
Fun story, and I can say this because I don't think they listen, but our cousin met this girl of Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah.
And I was.
It was 11, to be fair.
Yeah,
Final
it was
Fantasy
11. Sorry,
No.
not the newest one. Not the newest one, which is superb, by the way.
Yeah, it really is good. And 11 was good, too.
Met this girl on Final Fantasy Online. She moved. He lives in Hawaii. She moved out to Hawaii. I was there. I went there for 3 months and stayed there, and I hated her guts. Like, there was a reason that the only place she could find a boyfriend was in the MMO world.
I'm so
because-
glad he doesn't listen to this
because
show.
she was a jerk. So they don't date anymore. Like, they have broken up.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, I'm sure she was a sexy as hell elf. Wood elf.
Did they have wood elves? I don't think they have wood elves in Final Fantasy.
I know.
But I did not like her. She was like a
IRL
gold digger.
sucked.
She was like a gold digger. She was just like
In game and in real life.
in game and in real life. Yeah.
Gold digger.
Yeah.
She'd go to the
She'd
guild
make-
bank and just take
Just
stuff.
take everything. And he worked so hard for it.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
Farming 9 to 10, you know.
Oh, yeah.
it is.
That's why you hide your chest. You gotta have a stash.
No, anyways,
like Sword Art Online teaches us, combined inventory is a huge step.
that is a huge
step.
Huge
For,
step.
for getting married. Yeah, that is. Where you share all your
Yeah,
inventory.
big step. So.
back to my original question that I just got derailed. McSpicy I blame that for McSpicy. You derailed me on that one.
I always derail. My bad.
Final Fantasy. Do you think that they could bring 14 to this standard, like or an online mode like an MMO to the standard Final Fantasy game, the latest one on the console, and it would be successful because it was really good? Do you think there's a demand for that? Do you think they could do it? Do you think they should do it?
I think
because it was on Was it on PlayStation?
Final Fantasy Realm
The
Reborn.
online.
Oh yeah.
But it was
the only console Realm Reborn is not on right now is the Xbox console. But you know they have kept saying every once in a while like, oh, we can do it. We're thinking about it. So the reason I won't get into the politics because it just makes me mad. But anyway, yes.
The reason that it doesn't come. Okay.
So you think that it would?
But do you think it would
answer
be
your
good?
question, yeah.
You would want it to be brought into the game.
I
somehow.
would. I don't need it in this game.
Sure.
I would want to answer your question.
As a separate.
Well, okay. So there's Final Fantasy 15, which is its own thing, right? I like Final Fantasy 15, and I like what it's doing because it's very story focused. I mean, so is a Realm Reborn, but I mean, it's like this is single player focused and story focused, and this is a fun co-op thing that they're adding. I think co-op is perfect for this type of Final Fantasy. That being said, I would love to see a Realm Reborn itself come to the Xbox.
Yeah,
and I don't think they need to do both because you're already successful with this one, and you're successful with Realm Reborn, and you're successful with 15.
Yeah,
you don't need to try and mix them up. I mean, you got two good things going, and
absolutely,
because you got your MMO department, right? Let's just call it that. And then you got your single-player department. You know what I mean? So I think keep those separate, but I would love, and I think the day's coming, and I hope it comes, that Final Fantasy Realm Reborn will come to the Xbox One.
Very cool.
I would love to see that, because that's a fun game.
I would like that, too.
There's one
What
thing,
would you play more?
There's one thing
Final
that you
Fantasy
have to get
15
used to in Final
or Realm Reborn, if they were both on the console?
Probably a Realm Reborn, just because of the nature of an MMO.
Okay,
you got to keep going.
Yeah.
They come out. I mean, they're on their second expansion now, which is great. So, and they're the only other MMO that charges a subscription fee and is very successful with it. Yeah.
Well, it looked good. I almost jumped into that one alone for
and
just
they actually,
getting a chocobo
I actually
mount.
prefer their subscription fee over World of Warcraft,
Why is
because World
that?
of Warcraft is just 14. Although in World of Warcraft you can make money in game and buy your subscription fee, so that works too, and I like that. But in Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, they have like a $14.99 and like a $12.99. But basically, like one of them is like if you only have one character and you want to play one character, $10 a month or $12 a month, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a whole bunch, 15, you know what I mean? They have the different, which I like because if you want to hop in for a month, just play your main character.
Yeah.
But yeah, Final Fantasy Realm Reborn is really fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's exciting that multiplayer is coming, the expansion.
Yep, October
is coming.
31st is when it hits, and then just remember the update that came out. Go back to Chapter 12, play it. A lot of cool stuff. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Did you see the video this week?
Yeah.
For it?
Yeah, it was
Oh
really
my
good.
goodness.
I think that's the same interns that did the Battlefield trailers.
Yeah, that's like it's blowing me.
Those interns got hired. And
The
now
way so what blows me away in that game is the lasers and the explosions. I swear they green screened a real explosion and just put it in the game. Like hundreds of real explosions and just put them in the game. It looks that good.
Yeah, it does.
It's beautiful.
It really is. Frostbite engine, man.
Oh,
We're talking about Star Wars.
Battlefront, baby.
It looks really good.
So the trailer
Yes.
is out, so
Yes,
go
it
watch
is.
it. It looks awesome. You can't miss it. There's a giant silhouette of Kylo Ren in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thumbnail. Really cool. So Battlefront beta is coming out. If you pre-ordered the game, which I'm thinking about pre-ordering the game because, I want to get in early.
yeah.
If you pre-ordered the game, the beta will begin on October 4th, which is just next week. If you didn't pre-order the game, the public beta will go live for everybody on October 6th. So if you pre-ordered, you get the beta 2 days early. If you didn't pre-order, it still goes live to everybody on the 6th. And then both pre-order and public beta end on October 9th.
Very nice.
So next week, you got a lot to play in Star Wars Battlefront beta. So
Very cool.
be sure to check it out. Gonna be a fun one.
I gotta say, this happened with the first game, the first Star Wars Battlefront that came out.
Sure.
Whenever Luke Skywalker, like the cool Luke Skywalker, the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker.
Did you see him in the trailer, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Whenever he hops on, man, I get so pumped because he's like,
That's when he became a man.
and he is a man of men.
Yeah.
It just gets me so excited because I love Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because he's all in black. He's nice and skinny.
He just kills people
yeah.
or hog
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got to deal with Jabba Han Solo.
Sorry, and I probably missed this because I was distracted by chat. Do you have to do? It's an open beta, right? For the
Yeah.
Battlefront? Okay.
Completely open beta. The only thing is if you pre-order, you get to jump into the beta on October 4th. If you did not pre-order the game, it opens up to everybody on October 6th, and then it ends on October 9th.
Okay.
So if you pre-order, you get it 2 days early.
Sure, absolutely. Ghastly, going back to our MMO question, Ghastly Magician in chat brings up a good point. He says, if Black Desert Online, which we're all super excited for, that's coming to the Xbox One, if Black Desert Online has success on Xbox Live, I think that might set a good standard for Square to look into bringing Final Fantasy Online over. That's a great point because they both have Asian origins. Black Desert Online is a Korean developer. You've seen look at the MMOs that we've got: Skyrim, Neverwinter Nights.
Well, Elder Scrolls is
Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, yeah. Elder Scrolls, Neverwinter Nights.
Just Neverwinter.
Or Neverwinter, sorry.
Yeah,
Just Neverwinter.
yeah.
Dang.
Noob.
Freaking A.
I get what you're saying. Sorry to derail.
But
you,
yeah, but not really like hardcore Asian like a Final Fantasy or Black. And Black Desert Online is going to really pave the way for that. So very exciting. Hopefully that changes it.
Yeah. All right, so Forza.
Oh, my goodness.
Motorsport 7. Some of you are actually playing as we
right
speak.
now, and you're making me mad
Yes.
because it's
If-
$100 to have that privilege.
It really is. But you do
and
get the car pass. You
Yes,
get
you
probably
do.
the most important DLC that will ever come out, the Fate of the Furious car pack. And you know how I feel about those movies. I think
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
Jordan,
I
that's
like-
Jordan's guilty pleasure.
Every-
My guilty
yeah.
pleasure is Taylor Swift
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift music videos.
Uh-huh.
You just okay. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but I tuned into your stream this
Oh,
morning,
yeah, that's right.
and I ran into a Taylor Swift video.
Yeah, and you found yourself whistling along, didn't you? Especially at 5 a.m. after no sleep. Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Well,
looking.
I got to tell you, she looks good with red lipstick. Just
Dude,
that
she-
bright red
So-
lipstick.
Did you do the new music video?
No,
Yeah.
she did the shake one.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah, I did the shake it off.
Whatever one where
Shake it off.
where it's just a whole bunch of random ballerinas and
Yeah.
stuff
And
doing
they're
whatever.
shaking it off.
So I find myself incredibly attracted to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, if you're a gaming fan and you listen to the show, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome.
Who would
Or if anyone out there, producers and stuff, listen to this show and you're a big gaming fan,
Just come on, swing by the studio.
yeah, just contact Taylor Swift. Let her
Make
know.
sure my wife's home.
Let her know she's more than welcome to be on the show with us.
Yeah.
At any time.
live if you want.
Even
like,
live.
like in person. you know.
In person,
We don't have to
live,
do it over
on the
radio,
show.
yeah.
No, in fact, I refuse to do it over Skype.
Yeah.
It will be live. So, yes. Anyways, she's my guilty pleasure. Taylor Swift videos. Jordan's is Fast and the Furious. McSpicy, what's your guilty pleasure?
And Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. I was going to say Pacific Rim.
Oh, I will say Expendables is one
Do
of mine
you know
as
why
well.
Pacific Rim is so
because
good?
it's terribly awesome.
No. It's literally
It's like so
no.
badly good.
Check this out. It's literally an anime in live action. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's got the weird
And it's in 24 frames instead of 10
yeah.
per second.
Yeah, it's did that
No.
I'm excited for the next one they're making.
Yeah.
Although they don't have the original actor, which is going to bring it down a little bit.
I'll be honest. You like Taylor Swift as
Yeah.
your guilty. I can't even believe I'm going to admit this.
Okay. Miley Cyrus.
No. And it's only some of her songs.
Okay. Jessica Black.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yeah,
I
Katy
can
Perry.
see that.
It's less like.
E.T.
Well, when she's like, okay, I've seen her without makeup, but when she's done up like a pinup, like a 1930 model,
Yeah.
I
I feel like that's kind of unfair because anyone done up like I've done up like a 1930 pinup model. Let me tell you, I have got those old school bathing suits that are not flattering to the
that have like butt flaps.
Yeah, dude, I am I
know.
am looking good.
I'm just saying.
No, I like that
it's-
style too. I know
It's
what
just,
you're saying.
It
I got you.
appeals.
Yeah.
It's just
The
like,
1940s, they knew
okay.
how to dress.
Well, I think that's Taylor Swift. She's got this classic thing going on there.
Yeah.
Also, who's the green girl from
Hulk.
from Star Trek.
And she's only green when she gets mad.
from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh yeah, she's in Star
Zaval-
Trek.
She's also in
Zaval?
Star Trek.
No.
Also, her. I have a huge celebrity crush on her.
When she's green or not green or both.
Both doesn't matter.
So Forza is out now for those who bought the Ultimate Edition. For the rest of us down here and the peasants here, we all have to wait until October 3rd.
Yeah, keep going. That's all right.
We have to wait till October 3rd.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
out. It's coming out.
Yeah, I almost have purchased this, but it's that
So
$100
good.
$100 price tag. I just
Yeah.
don't have $100 right now. That
So
looks really
good. Speaking of other fun games that
Yep.
have expansions now.
Yes.
Halo Wars 2 Awakening the Nightmare now available for Xbox One and Windows 10.
Are you still
sure to pick
into?
it.
Are you still into this game?
I am. Yes, I'm.
This one comes with a lot of stuff, man.
This does come with a lot of stuff. So what I need to do in this game is go and play the campaign because I've literally only played Blitz mode in this game. I'm doing fairly well. I didn't play this week, so I'm kind of waiting till the season starts over. I'd like to start fresh. This is season 6. I need to start fresh. I need to look it up. I don't know when the next season starts, but there you go. The end. The end of my story. Anyways, really looking.
Are you going to be getting this expansion?
I already have it. We already have it.
You already have it?
Yeah, we have the season pass.
It doesn't count for the season pass.
Oh, this
I don't
doesn't
think.
count for the season pass? Well,
Wait,
that just
what?
pisses me off right there.
Wait.
What's the point of a season pass?
Because you got a crap ton of heroes and stuff.
But
Oh,
I mean,
this
like-
is an expansion.
Yeah.
Not DLC. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, I guess
I'm pretty sure we can look it up, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this does not count for the season pass. We'll have Mark look it up. He's really
I'm
good.
gonna. Yeah, I like to look things
He's
up.
the looker-upper.
Anyways, Halo Wars 2. We get this question all the time. What genre would you think is underrepresented on the Xbox One and you'd like to see come? And mine would be strategy.
Yeah.
Real-time strategy,
I would say
turn-based
real-time
strategy.
strategies and MMOs are probably the most under on any console.
And I
really.
do think Halo Wars 2 does it correctly. I think it's a shame that it's still probably fairly popular, but it's pretty much a niche game right now. They've done a really good job. I really hope they continue to support this game, bring it out, and make it a regular series, and really push for it to become an esports game. Get that audience involved because Halo Wars 2 is really good, and this is one that I hope they make more of like this.
Next story here.
I looked it up. It is not included in the season pass, and it has turned off a lot of people.
Yeah, that kind of does bother me as well.
Well, honestly, I would have rather, instead of having, 5 heroes, I rather would have had, 1 hero than this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset with you. I don't like that. I don't think that's
No. Well, so what they need to do is stipulate this season pass is good for through 2018 of
But
any
what's the
content.
season pass?
Although
season-
you
But
did
they
get
don't.
those 2 ODST missions with the season pass, which are story stuff.
How much was the season pass? Let me ask that first.
I don't know,
It's
$20,
$20.
$20, $30.
$20. So what do we've gotten 2 expansion missions, 2 DLC missions.
Yeah, you got a
we
butt
got
ton of heroes.
four heroes for the Blitz packs. But in all honestly, you only started with 4, so now you have 8 to choose from, I believe. But you don't have a bunch of new cards for the Blitz mode. Those are primarily in the
Yeah.
story.
I would say
In the packs.
if you plan on doing something like this, don't call it a season pass because a season pass means you'll get everything. That's what when I hear the word season pass, you get everything that's released under this umbrella of a
And
game.
to be fair, maybe they were clear about that at the beginning, and we just don't remember. But
don't call it a season pass. Call
I
it
agree.
something else.
I agree with you. Call it a starter pack, and it comes with 2 DLCs and these
Oh, there
4
you go, yeah.
characters, right? The starter pack or the elite pack.
the VIP pack.
Yeah.
Or something.
But no, a season pass makes me think that I get all of the updates that are coming out for at least a year. How long is this game out? Has this game been out a year?
Almost, I think.
Yeah, for at least a year, you've got to let me.
Oh, no,
because
because it came out in February, so
not
almost, I guess.
9 months now. Not even 9 months. 8 months. Anyways,
Moving on, we talked about this last week. I was bummed because I didn't get to play it this week, but Fortnite's Battle Royale mode is out now, and it had a whopping 1 million players on launch day playing it. Epic released
that's a big number.
That's 1 million. Imagine if you had
So-
$1 million.
That's 6 zeros, isn't
so
it?
I have played this game. I've streamed this game quite a bit.
Is it fun?
It is. I have two comments on this game. Number one, it's really fun. That speaks to the genre.
Yeah.
It is a carbon copy of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Absolutely, I understand why they're kind of angry. However, having said that, and Mr. McSpicy said this last week without even playing this, Battlegrounds really has nothing to worry about. This game is just fun. It has Fortnite's personality. It's just fun. It doesn't have the seriousness, the competitiveness, or the depth that Battlegrounds has. And take that as you will. I've not played Battlegrounds, but I've sat in the room while my brother plays it, and I've watched at least 15 matches.
It's good.
Yeah, at least 15
gun
matches
play.
live. Now that doesn't count how many I've watched during the tournament.
It's really good. It's
And
a fantastic
Battlegrounds,
game.
super fun, but it's just missing. It's missing the depth, the seriousness of it. It's
you don't really get any rewards for winning, do you?
No, well, I mean, it's granted, it still says beta
Yeah.
when you're in there playing on the thing. So they've got.
I think that's actually a requirement for a
finish stuff.
Battlegrounds game.
The furthest I've made it, and you can go
That's part
watch
of the
this.
genre.
You can go watch this in the VODs. I was angry. The other morning, wake up early to get my game on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just enjoying my time. It's the last match. I'm down to number 4.
Wow.
It's drinking. We're on the last part. I'm
Yeah.
running alongside on the beach. There's a cliff to my right. There's a guy right in front of me. Pop, pop, pop. Knock him out. I almost swore there because that's what that game does to me. Knock him out. And on my last shot, he falls down, and I jump up like in Celebration, and I fall off the cliff to my death.
Oh.
Yep.
Were you streaming this?
I was streaming. You can go watch my reaction. It's the very last. I am
actually
Was it
gonna,
today's stream?
It was yesterday's stream.
Oh, I'm gonna
No,
go
2
watch
days
that.
ago. So it was 2 days ago.
That's-
Yeah, it was very frustrating.
Oh my gosh. I think I would have lost a controller. Did you take a walk?
No, I was on stream. It was early. I was laughing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was so frustrating. That
man.
game does make you frustrated. I also got a chance to play squad mode. Jumped in with some people from the community this morning and played squad mode. Toast was in there. Lawgiver was in there. Was Ladonian? I don't remember who. There was. Oh no, that was it. Just Toast and Lawgiver, and then we had a random 4th person. Squad mode is really fun too. It's the 4 of us should play squad mode. It would be a blast.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, it's all
different
free out for
tactically.
everybody,
Yeah,
so we can
super.
Well,
just jump in and play.
Free to.
No, to everybody.
No, it's free to everyone.
But if don't you have to buy the
No,
game?
no,
No,
it's
it's free to
that
play.
mode specifically is out for everyone.
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's the game itself. Like if you want to
No
do the,
wonder there's a million players.
Yeah.
Those are 6 zeros because that's a big free in front of it.
Yeah, so really, really good, really fun. If you haven't checked that out, if you've not played a Battle Royale mode, you wonder what the big deal is with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds coming to the Xbox One, go check out this. It will give you a taste. It will whet your palate. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. It just combines all the goodness of survival, Rust, Battlefield. I mean, everything combined in there, trying to look for items, loot for items, being strategic where you go. But here's my strategy. As solo.
Okay.
As squad, it's a little bit different. Squad, Lawgiver was running us on the squad, and he's a good player. We would go just to the edge of the latest circle, wait there for others to run in, and just pop them off while they're running in.
Yeah, it makes sense.
As solo, as soon as the circle drops, I go to the middle and I camp.
that game's
Okay.
good
Because
for camping,
everybody,
yeah.
I get a gun. I don't worry about leveling up my gun. I try to get shields. I like shields. I get shields
a
in
little
that
extra
game.
health.
Yeah, but I camp in the middle, usually in some fields, and then I just wait.
How is the
That's how I make it to
destructibility
4.
and like the mining and like you can
Okay,
gather
actually,
resources and stuff like
that's
that,
a great
you know?
question. So building is basically non-existent until the end, or if you're in a one-on-one fight, really good players like in a squad this morning, the squad that took us out, we had higher ground. We were in a house. We were shooting them. They popped a wall.
Anakin, I have the higher ground.
Yeah, they popped a wall. They popped a wall for defense, and then came up and killed us. That's really the only instance. Building is not a huge thing. In squads, it's bigger than in solo because in squads you have more resources and you can just work together. But not until I've not seen anyone really build anything huge, and then it's only defense, and then it's only when you get to the bottom.
Yeah.
When you're in that final circle, people are building. So it's not a big part of the game. In fact, I would say they could take it out altogether, and you wouldn't miss a step. There would be nothing missing. It does allow you to, because you can build the ramp so you can get to higher places that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. So that's
Useful-ish.
ish, right?
Yeah.
It's not that
Well,
useful.
can you do you still play as a ninja, right? Where you can just double jump? Are your abilities unlocked?
I don't know.
I haven't played it,
I
so-
don't know. I don't think. I know I can't double jump.
Well, what character are you playing?
It
as?
randomly
Oh.
puts like.
Oh, okay, so
the
there's no
guys and
class?
girls. Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Which would make sense. Keep it on a,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's out for everybody, so be sure to check it out. And then, of course, probably the biggest news story of the week that everybody wants to talk about is the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. Should we talk about it? Because this might
yes.
go into spoiler territory.
No, it's not in spoiler territory at all. Let's talk.
Well, yeah, because of some of the characters that were in the trailer.
Oh, like the DU one?
Yeah.
But I mean, you really
The game's 10 years old.
the game's 10 years old.
Okay.
And
It was cool to see Dutch in his heyday before you murdered him up in the mountains. So.
Dutch was cool. So let's talk about the Red Dead Redemption trailer. For those of you who have not seen the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, go look at the first trailer and then go look at trailer number 2. That dropped on Thursday. Huge deal. I've watched it about 20 times.
Can I say my favorite part?
Yeah, go ahead. So first, let me explain some parts.
Yeah.
Let me describe it for those listening. Paint a picture in your mind, if you will.
Yeah.
The trailer starts off and it shows tons of gorgeous areas, lots of woods, lots of mountains. This is going to be open world at its finest. I think that's what they were showing off. They would show a valley with lakes and rivers and the horse walking down, that horse technology.
I was waiting for the narrator guy to tell me about the horse
sexy
muscles.
as ever.
Yeah, I really didn't get a lot of look at the horse in motion. They really didn't
I think
show
they
too much.
zoomed in on
there was
one
like two
part.
of them.
Like
Two
one part, they
spots.
kind of like zoomed in on just like.
I saw it skip a little bit. I'll be honest. So, I'll wait until I play it to be in awe.
Sure.
But yeah, they have that horse
Horse
butt.
technology, but the world I feel like really got shown off, and then the main character, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan is his name. I think
Hopefully we
is his
play
name
as him,
Arthur
'cause he's-
Morgan. Is his name Arthur Morgan? I think is.
Arthur Morgan.
I'm
character-
pretty sure we're gonna play as him. It doesn't really say who you're playing as. It just shows
Arthur
off that
Morgan
character.
is his name.
But,
his name is Arthur
he
He
Morgan.
looks like
Dude,
a
he's
cool guy.
I think he's like one of the like. Would you say almost toughest guys in like? Because he's just like he was kind of mean almost.
Yeah. Well, I know, but that's.
Your sound's on, David.
Yeah, I know. I want to hear this line. It's my
Oh.
favorite line in the whole thing.
Do you want
Dude,
me to
can I-
pull it up on this so the stream
Can
can
I
hear
say
it
my
too?
favorite line?
Okay, go ahead. What's your favorite
Mine
line?
is when he's talking to that kid. Is that
Yeah,
your
that's my
yeah.
favorite line.
And you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
So cool.
And the characters, that's what Rockstar does so well is character storytelling. Look at him. Oh, he looks so good. Everyone, if you have not seen the new Red Dead Redemption trailer 2, the second, the
Your
sequel.
mama's mourning. I'll keep her
guys-
mourning. I'll keep her in black on your behalf.
Oh,
That
man.
was
good.
cool.
You guys got to check out this trailer. It looks so good.
It does.
It's way better than movies out today.
Yeah, see right there they showed off the horse.
Right where?
They showed it up a couple
It's
times.
so hard. It's so hard to have a podcast with a visual representation of what we're talking about.
without showing it. Just go look it up.
Yeah.
You'll be just as impressed as we are, especially if you liked Red Dead Redemption. Arthur Morgan, it's a little bit different. So in Red Dead Redemption, the first one, you were playing someone who used to be bad, and now they're trying to be good. In Red Dead Redemption 2,
Which is a prequel to the first one.
which is a prequel to the first one, Arthur Morgan is a legit bad guy.
Yeah.
And
He-
Rockstar shows off that he's a legit bad guy.
there was so in the first one you're a guy who's got out of Dutch's gang, which was like the big gang. This is kind of like because Dutch is in this game. This is kind of like I don't know if it's going to tell the story of that gang specifically, but
Yeah.
like it's kind of in that era.
Yeah.
So which is really cool.
No, absolutely. So they showed Dutch, yeah. So we talked about will you see John Marston? I think you're going to see cameos. Absolutely. I think you have two separate gangs. So we thought it was his gang. I think you're two separate gangs. You disagree?
I don't think they're going to do it. They've never done it before.
Well, cameos though,
Ti-
you know what I
time-
mean?
No,
Like-
but they've talked about characters.
Sure.
But they've never had the characters in the other game.
Yeah,
In the other
maybe.
game.
like
maybe.
main characters.
But-
Main character. They've had other
Because
characters.
the side character is definitely in this game with the
and they've
hat.
done that
Yeah.
before. They've done that with
Wait,
Brucey,
what guy with the hat?
So when the fire is on the mansion and they're walking away,
Packy.
it's the dude with the hat and his hat sideways. That's Bill something.
Oh, the first guy you kill.
The first guy you kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have Packy, Brucey from
Sure.
Liberty City or Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah.
They have brought in other characters that you've dealt with before, and I honestly think they do that to save money on character creation and animation and all whatever. But they do a really good job at incorporating them into the game. But they've never used a character from a previous game
Yeah.
that was the main character in any of their other games. Never. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he'll be referenced
Yeah.
and they'll talk about him.
Like, hey, there's this new guy.
So at the very least, you think he'll be referenced.
Yes.
I hope we get a cameo.
They've
I
referenced-
think we might.
They've referenced
This is what
everybody.
this is what I think the cameo.
well,
will
not
be.
everybody, but many
That
people.
scene where he's talking to Duke and he's like, "What does he say? What does he say to Arthur? Arthur what is his name again? Why am I having
Morgan.
a brain fart? Morgan. Arthur Morgan. He says something. Do you still trust me, Duke? And he always Duke or something. What does he say?
I don't know.
Oh, anyways, I bet you at that scene because they're sitting at a table at like a restaurant, and I bet you, or in a saloon. You got my back always. Always, Duke. That's what he says. And I bet you John Marston's sitting there playing cards or something. I bet you that's going to be the cameo.
That's awesome.
Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a great trailer. More or less excited than we were before. I'm more excited.
I'm a lot more excited. It just looked really good.
It's the world that excites me.
Yeah.
And did you see the part where he's hunting with the bow?
Yeah.
That's cool. Hunting. I think hunting's going to be really refined and a lot deeper than it was in the original Red Dead.
Well, all the side stuff is going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, like the side quests, because it always is.
What do you think's going to be deeper, refined and more deeper?
Hunting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it was. I mean, it was really good.
Quest.
Yeah, it was really good. I think like games that Far Cry has come out that had really good hunting as well to upgrade stuff. I think it will be deeper. I think it will be improved because we've seen that people like it. We've seen it come out in other games.
They're going to focus on it more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I know. Do you know what I really liked was the sharpshooting challenges.
Yeah,
in the first one
with the crows.
With the crows, well, and then the wolves, and there was one where you had to deadeye like 6 hats off of people without killing them.
Yeah.
And I love those things.
How do we feel? In fact, do we got a question? I think we got a question here about Red Dead Redemption. Oh, we'll get to it during the question time because I forget what it was. But how do you feel about they showed a girl character in there because we love
It's Bonnie McFarlane's mother.
We love Bonnie McFarlane.
That would be so
That
awesome.
would
That
be
it was
hilarious.
Bonnie's mother.
Or her
we
grandmother.
all loved Bonnie McFarlane. This girl though, she stabbed the dude in the hand.
Yeah.
To the table.
Yeah.
She looks cool.
Yeah.
Everything about this game. Rockstar, I'm glad it's taken 10 years to come out with a sequel because it looks like so far you've done it right.
Well, and they've doubled down on the spring 2018 now. I really think that's our date.
Yeah. No, I agree. And hopefully it's to make sure their servers are working. I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I have no doubt that online is going to be a huge aspect of this game. I'm curious at how that turns out, how they work that out.
See,
Hopefully they do the Red Dead Rumble or Red Dead Royale.
Here's the thing. It's the World of Warcraft syndrome. You have so many players on Grand Theft Auto Online, Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, that if they are going to create this game, they're essentially going to be splitting their audience in some way or another. So I would not be surprised if they have some sort of mechanic involved to where it rewards Grand Theft Auto Online for playing Red Dead. I've seen things.
Yeah.
I've seen things in. I believe it was on our Discord. Somebody. I can't remember who it was, so I apologize. But somebody said, and this is a really great idea, and I think it fits Rockstar's personality, that they would any money you make in Rockstar multiplayer goes into a quote unquote bank account, and your generations have gained interest, and you can access that in Grand Theft Auto Online. you know, so
that's cool.
In bonds or treasury, or anything.
That's so cool. It's passed down through the generations.
And that's very Rockstar. That's a very Rockstar.
That's
move
very
to do.
cool.
Yeah, I that would allow Grand Theft Auto Online players
to thrive
and still play their other game without splitting the community.
Yeah,
without
throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
Well, because
I've just always wanted to say that. That's the first time I've ever said that.
Grand Theft Auto Online is a moneymaker.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So that's that. As a business, you don't want to push people away from a product that's making money.
No, absolutely not.
So doing that
and having 2 super successful products is better than 1 super successful product.
I can see Rockstar combining that in some way or another. So
yeah.
No, I don't know. That would be great, and it would be super nice. I'm glad we're not going to have cell phones to try to connect with each other.
What did we have? A journal in the first one, right? Or remember?
No, you had the pause menu. And you went to multiplayer. Like, it was really quite simple.
Really crazy concept.
You hit start, and you went down to the multiplayer, and then it said free roam or quick match.
I'm excited for
like
them
that,
to release the map. Remember with Red Dead Redemption, they released the map beforehand so we could see it. I'm excited for them to release it. I bet you it's going to be huge. The scale of it just in this trailer.
I hope they do the trailers with that narrator guy.
I think my case has. I bought the limited edition.
Yeah, we all got it. Yeah, and it comes with the map. Yeah. But
anyway, super exciting. That's probably one of that and Cuphead are the 2 biggest news stories of the week this week. Red Dead Redemption 2 just looks so good. We're so excited for it. It's one of our favorite games of all time. It's my
and I
favorite
hope they
game
come
of all
out with
time.
like a Red Dead Undead Nightmare 2. 'Cause that was such a fun expansion.
That really was.
I'm
Really was.
grabbing
Oh,
my
you've got
map.
the map. You've got the map here. Let's open that
I
up.
also hope Seth is in this game somehow.
Yeah.
Seth, the
Bring
grave
him
digger,
back.
because he was hilarious.
Here you go. Here, help me open this up. And be careful. I like this map.
Oh yeah, Bonnie McFarlane's on the back.
Oh yeah, check out how
There
hot
she is. Barney McFarlane.
That's Bonnie. Oh
Looking
man, I
good.
should put this up on the wall. There you go. That way everyone would think
There's
of
the
of
map.
everything.
Looking
There it is.
good. Oh,
That's
Tall
the-
Tree is easily my favorite place.
I'll
Tall
be
Trees.
honest, I had this hanging up to
Uh-huh.
the left of my TV, my monitor,
So
I
you
could
could just look at it real
reference
quick.
it real quick. Because really, this is what's important about this map is the animal
Yeah, where
locations.
they're at.
That's
Yeah.
where I would look for the animals.
No, absolutely. There you go. That brings us to the next segment of our show. This is the portion of the show where we talk about whatever you want us to talk about. We take your questions every week over on Facebook. You can submit a question, and we will
Answer it.
answer it on the show if we like it. So
If we don't like it,
if we don't like it, it
not a
doesn't get answered.
democracy.
But
Yeah, we just don't.
Well, there you go. This portion of the show is brought to you by iTunes. If you want to help grow the show, grow the community, head over to iTunes, like us, rate us, review us there, subscribe to us. iTunes is the powerhouse. Doing all of those things helps push the show in our rankings. We're always in the top 200 in gaming and hobbies. It helps us get up even higher. So please go do that. First question comes from the one and only Eagle Eyes.
oh, Eagle
Hey,
Eyes.
Eagle!
Eagle Eyes writes in, and she says, SAO. So we have introduced her to Sword Art Online with all of our discussion of
show.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
She wants to
I'm
know.
already excited about the question. Whenever you say Sword Art Online,
She
it's going to get interesting.
She wants to know if Sword Art Online was real, but you had the same risks of tampering that exist in the show, would you try it?
Well, I mean, it depends on the depth of the.
If the let me rephrase that. If the VMMO
VR MMORPG.
VR MMO
MMORPG.
RPG was real, but it had the same risks with tampering,
I'd still do it.
would you jump in and do it?
I'd do it.
Why? The experience?
Yeah.
Because it's unlike anything.
Yeah.
Mixed by
And I mean, you're stuck in there for 2 years. You beat the game. You wake up and
yeah, but what if you die? You're dead.
Are we talking about the VR or the first season?
the first season. The
First
VR,
season.
the
That's
first season.
okay. Wait, yeah, because
You just-
AR. Okay, VR.
Yeah.
just become a better player.
Yeah.
No, that's just cool though. I mean, VR, like if it worked like how that game worked, I would want to try that game.
Even knowing that you could be trapped in there and die in real
Yeah.
life.
Yes,
Yeah, I think so. I think
because
that's
if you're gonna go out, man,
That's the way to go
that's
out.
the way. That's like Lord of the Rings.
Go
going
out
you know
as
what I
a
mean?
level
Yeah.
100 boss.
Yeah. That
'Cause
bone boss.
Those boss fights do get scary. I mean, when
Yeah.
those doors close and you can't use your crystals to get
Yeah,
out
your
of there,
teleportation crystals. Yeah.
you're kind of screwed. Dude,
but I would love to,
dual
like-
wield to get out of there.
yeah, like getting a dual wielding skill, hiding it,
Yeah,
and then
not
just
showing
whipping it
everybody.
out to fight the commander of the
Well,
Knights
then
of
when
the
the
Blood
boss
Oath.
cheats and is immortal,
Yeah, and then he turns it off, and you're just like, let's do this.
let's do this now.
Um,
I don't think I would. As cool as it would be to try, knowing that there's a possibility that I could get stuck in there. Now, if it's the second
you
half,
don't think you would?
if you could jump in and out, I would absolutely do it. But
Basically, David, your permanent world essentially becomes an anime. It becomes a superpower.
okay, well, I will say that if I were to jump into it, I would probably end up being like the bartender dude. I wouldn't go out and fight.
Yeah,
I'd learn the crafting.
you just keep shop.
I'd
yeah.
learn the crafting.
You'd help low level players
I'd
level
get
up.
high crafting skills, but I'm not going out there
Let's see.
into that wilderness.
He helps low-level characters, but he makes a buck at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, he's all about
And
that.
he was there for the final boss fight.
But why was he
what
there?
about the girl that makes the awesome sword?
Yeah, she was never there.
Yeah, she doesn't have to because
See,
she's
because she
just
didn't-
all skill, baby.
She doesn't care for loot. That black guy wanted the loot. That's
Yeah,
what
he
he
did
said.
want
He's
the
like,
loot.
I'm here for the loot drop.
Yeah. What is his name?
Oh, it is his name.
Bartender. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny that in the game he's a pawn shop owner,
And then in
And
real life, he's a bartender. And they all like in the game.
and they all go to him.
yeah, they like sit and talk to him. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, that is.
No,
funny.
I would.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
You basically have
Dude,
superpowers.
and you would be legend if you came out on top. You'd be legendary. Like, remember what do they call Kirito? The Black Swordsman. Oh, I'd love that gamer tag nickname.
that should
oh,
be.
that's
That's
the
what you
Black
should have changed it to.
A
The
beater.
Black Swordsman.
That's what I'd be. I'd be a beater.
But
a beta tester and a
but
cheater.
See,
You know,
he
they
changed
call them
his
beaters.
name. He had because his avatar name, is famous, but his name is not. So
Would you
only
be a
select circles.
Would you be a
no.
solo player?
Oh,
No,
absolutely.
that's why I said I'd be a
Yeah.
beater.
You'd be a solo player.
Yeah, a beater.
A beta test.
A
one of
beta
the
tester
Beta
and a cheater.
testers that.
That was a cheater.
I
Which
can
I
see-
know. I don't understand how they were cheaters. But they call them you're worse than a cheater, you're a beater. And they started calling, and that's like they call him that, and they reference it throughout the show. I would love that.
I can see David being part of the guys that go around killing other players.
the Laughing Coffin Guild,
With like the skull face
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
dude. You guys have got to watch season 2. They jump into another game called Gun Gale Online, and it's the new character they
Why don't they
introduced.
just make these games?
Why don't they just make a VR
No.
MMORPG?
yeah, why don't they
just
just do that?
Anyways, moving on. Great question, Eagle Eyes. Nick writes in and says, I'm currently working on my huge mountain sprawling castle in our Minecraft server. Once I am finished, I'll need a new build. What would you guys like to see built in the Minecraft realm? Nick said, I have once built a 1-to-1 scale of the Saturn V rocket, so the sky's the limit. What would we like to see built in the
I would
Minecraft
like
realm?
a giant pirate ship,
Giant pirate ship, huh?
sails and all.
I would like a recreation of the XoneBros hometown. Just go to Google Maps and look up Farmington, Utah, and I want a 1-to-1 recreation
Oh my gosh.
of that.
And
That's
they're-
easy because it's mostly fields, or
Yeah.
It's a lot of farm,
there's a lot of farm.
but I would like that. That'd
And
be
if you
cool.
add this crapshoot road work, extra points.
Extra points if you add crappy construction
Yeah.
everywhere. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
I got mine.
Okay, go.
I want an exact replication,
Sure.
recreation
Recreation.
of the Return of the Jedi Death Star fight with the Millennium Falcon flying around with the big health ships.
I just want a Death Star.
Death Star. No, I want like ships crashing into each other and then Endor.
I don't
over
think
there.
you can you do that though? Crash-
I'll tell you
yeah.
one
Oh, just
better.
like a freeze frame of the ships crashing into each other like that?
An
No,
exact.
that's what you want to build?
No, I've seen like ships like jets and stuff in the air because all you do is build up to it, then you build it, and then you remove the buildings down below, and so they're just sitting there
Oh, yeah,
floating.
okay, I want that.
I-
I picked that.
That's
what
my
you
answer.
said. I want what you said.
Hey, what about an exact replica of Aincrad Castle from Sword Art Online in the sky, just
With
sitting
all
there?
100 levels.
Maybe that'll be in the next project. You can do the 100 levels afterwards, right? But like the outside, you know how they show the
It
outside
really
of it
is.
a
That's
lot?
a cool
Yeah.
design. Yeah.
Anyways, great question. That let me tell you guys, Minecraft Realms. Interesting. We did max out in our server on Sunday night. We had
Yeah,
10
we
people in
did,
there
yeah.
all simultaneously. We were all in party chat as well talking. It was a good time. But I don't know if they necessarily need to change because people are at all different times. People just log in when they can, log off.
Yeah, it's actually not that.
It's actually worked out with
Yeah,
10 for
it's
as
really-
many people, as many members as we have. Every time I log in, there's tons done, and it looks.
Yeah,
looks
I was
awesome.
skeptical at first,
Oh,
but
your tower, by the way.
it's getting there. I got to build the roof.
Jordan is building the Tower of Saruman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
connect to the other
David,
tower.
your castle with your moat around it.
Hey,
Yes,
you put a moat around it?
I put a moat
I
around it.
hate that there's. I go into your house and I get rid of vines every
thank
once
you,
in a while.
thank
I
you.
hate vines.
Thank you. I know you have a thing against.
Well,
mine.
no, okay. I don't mind if you use them for like
You can't.
know,
You can't clean your own room or zip up your pants, but you get rid of those vines.
I don't mind if you're using the vines, like at the tree house, you're using the vines and stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like, there's in the middle of town.
Yeah. No, that's annoying.
We're gonna have to do an HOA soon in there. We're gonna have to.
An
We're gonna
HOA?
have to charge. We're gonna have to have something. Yeah.
Charge
We gotta have
taxes.
we should
Dude, it's
have
just-
a,
You got to mow your lawn
we
at
should
a
have a
certain
meeting
Yeah,
where we all
town-
sit down and make
At the
decisions
town hall.
and vote.
We'll elect a mayor. We'll have debates.
So there are a couple buildings off in the mountain. Like Nick Wrightson says, he's working on a castle over in the mountain. I've not yet been over to the mountains. I got to take a trek over there. I think Mad Shot's over in that same mountain as well.
I'll why don't you mosey on my place? I'll give you a tour of what I got going
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've shown Jordan.
Yeah, it's
and-
pretty legit.
And
Okay.
Jordan's official words were, "I think this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe how much time you've spent."
There's some.
That
Some
is
in-depth
funny.
stuff
Next
there.
question. Moving on. Bob Blast writes in and says, with Destiny 2 here, what are you hoping games like Anthem can do to hold our attention, and what can it offer to cause Bungie to up its game with Destiny 2?
If they
He says, in his opinion, Destiny almost feels like an expansion and less like a sequel. Having said that, he says he's super, super happy with Destiny. He really likes it. But what do you think? What can Anthem take? I think his question, let me rephrase it here. What can Anthem take and improve upon or fill in the blanks where Destiny
I
maybe
think
has missed?
honestly, I think we're these open world MMO style games. I mean, I know Well, I mean, Destiny really is almost an MMO because they've upped the player count and the social spaces
Sure.
and the public zones, right?
I think
you
what it
feel
is-
like there's more people around the
Yeah.
world. So, I mean, essentially, it pretty much is for,
Yeah.
it meets the categories. I think what like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy Online do so well is the side quests are almost just as in depth as some of the main story quests. And if you can get lost doing side quests, and I have hundreds of side quests.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them have to be super crazy, but like
Yeah.
if you can have a good majority of them be as in depth, like in Anthem, when they got to one part and they're like, "Oh, we'll have to go back and check that out later," like alluding to like, "Hey, that's a cool side quest. We should go do
Yeah.
it." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a really good point that I've not thought about.
because that's what you
or
get stuck
considered
on. I mean,
before. Because they have the missions or the adventures,
Yeah.
and they're just
Which
just
some of them are
individual
actually-
quests, but it's not an in-depth story.
Yeah.
To the extent like a Witcher 3 has in-depth side quest stories.
Yeah,
Well,
like
if
you're going-
If you could mix a Witcher 3 side quest with any game that's MMO, you got a good combo there.
Yeah.
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 Well, like even in World of Warcraft, there's some side quests that take hours and take you across different zones and give you a really interesting backstory.
Yeah.
And-
Not saying that the adventures don't give you interesting backstory because they do, but like if they had, I just feel like if you add more in-depth side quests to those style of games, that's what keeps people.
To be fair, I mean World of Warcraft takes 3 months to level a character,
Yeah.
whereas this you can
What
literally do it in a day.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I mean, and having said that, Destiny, Destiny's walking a fine line because what makes Destiny so good and so popular is it has principles of an MMO, but it's made it accessible to more people. Not everyone is built to spend 90 hours just to get to a level 5 character in an MMO, and they've said, let's take these principles, these things, this loot, the Diablo type style, and let's make it more accessible to people, kind of, and then make it basically the same story as Halo.
Yeah.
That's a great point though. The side quest. How about you, McSpicy? What do you think? Where do you think Anthem can capitalize maybe on some of the holes that exist in Destiny? And when we say this, because we're always Destiny is such a polarizing game that you have the people that hate it when we talk about Destiny, and then you have the people that hate us for suggesting that there are parts that Destiny could improve upon. It's one of the most polarizing games out there, I think. But
it is.
Having said that, we all gave Destiny 2 9s. Like, it's a really good game,
I like it.
but there are some improvements that can be made that can hook you for longer. What do you and where do you think Anthem, is there a space that Anthem can come in and say we do this better than Destiny? And where's that opportunity lie?
Here-
Jordan thinks side quests.
I think so, and I don't know how I would, I guess, attack this issue because I'm not smart enough. I have no idea, but I'm not necessarily a fan of how Destiny does their loot. It's more RNG than I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's just I don't like the loot system that they have.
Sure.
I want something different and something that I would like. Okay. Here
So
we go.
Diablo, compared to Diablo's loot system, what is it? Because do you like Diablo's loot system?
What is it that you don't like about the loot?
Yeah,
system, I
let's
guess,
start
is-
there.
Thank you guys. This is.
Let's start.
I'll lay
This is
down
like a
on my
therapy.
couch.
This is like a therapy session.
I don't know. I don't like the way that I have to constantly. I don't like how it's RNG. I mean, I don't know how many stupid grenade launcher exotics I've gotten.
Sure.
I've gotten like 7 of them.
Sure.
That's like all I ever get.
So, do you think that could be? I know it. So, and then I know a bunch of people like, and even there was I think there was a Destiny community thing where they addressed like a lot of people are getting the exotic chests piece. That's super famous.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting that piece.
Here, okay, I know. I would prefer. Here, I have an idea.
Okay.
I would prefer Borderlands loot system over 10 items, and I only get one of those items. I mean, I get. So let's say there's 10 helmets.
Sure.
I only get one helmet over and over and over,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
there's like 6 million different. Diablo has the same thing. You can get 1 million different things
Yeah.
with different stats, and so you feel it doesn't feel.
But
like I'm
see,
being
what
screwed.
Diablo has is crafting. So even if you are getting repeat stuff, because you do get repeat stuff a lot, but you can craft
crafting.
it. Do you think they need to add crafting to Destiny?
Let's yeah. I think.
Do you think that would fix the problem? Because it's not that you're getting the same thing. In other games, you get the same thing, but you can use that.
The green armor in Destiny, where you can, I really do like Diablo's green armor system, where you can get the plans to craft your own legend. It's not legendary. It's heroic, right? Isn't that what it's called? The famous green armor. Do you know what? Have you ever gotten a plan for green armor? You know, where you can build. It's like Frank's super hammer of awesomeness, and then you can combine that with the pants of awesomeness, and then you get +2 awesome because you're combined.
And you get special abilities when you have the complete set.
And that comes with crafting. So maybe it is crafting that I would prefer. Because actually, in Diablo, that's what I tend to do. Is I tend to craft my own stuff. So maybe a crafting system in Anthem is what I would like. How's that? Okay, thanks, guys. That's my answer. I would like.
You want a crafting system in Anthem, more which ultimately means more customization.
Yes, and I like how you have to build up the crafting. I think Diablo does a really good job with crafting. Yeah, that's my answer.
Ronan in chat says they shouldn't have gotten rid of the different roles on gear. The items just aren't as exciting as Destiny 1. Maybe that's what it comes down to. I mean, and someone had in Discord, there was a conversation that really there's not like the one must-have weapon that existed in Destiny 1 that you were trying to get and working so hard to get that's not yet been released or hasn't come out. Or I saw that discussion happening in Discord, so maybe that's a thing. But I think Anthem
crafting would be sweet.
I think Bob Blast does make a good point. I think Anthem does have an opportunity to fill in some of the areas and see what it can bring to the table as far as these Destiny-like games go. He did say that he's super happy that EA and BioWare are not flooding us with information about Anthem years before it's sent to launch. And I agree with that. I think that's a mistake that a lot of... There's two ways. You can hype it up, or it can give you too high of expectations, and then it ends up being a disappointment. Let's keep it close to the chest, because what is this, next March? Next April?
No, next December, like next holiday.
And that's
No, I thought it was May.
Unless that would
Did you
be
dream
awesome.
that?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
No, it's holiday.
Here we go. I got it right here. I just Googled it. Just says 2018. Well, thanks.
Well, if you go back and
Thanks
look
a
at
lot.
the E3 trailer, it says holiday 2018.
I'm typing in May, see if anything pops up. Does not say. Anyways, regardless, Anthem's coming out next year. I do agree. I agree with
late
Bob Blast.
2018.
Late 2018.
That actually means later than May.
I actually do agree with Bob Blast. I think that's smart to not bring too
Well, it's like
much out with
Rockstar.
it.
Like, here's a teaser. Here's an actual trailer.
Yeah.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Great question, Bob Blast. Bob Blast, thank you so much for writing it. Adam Lockhart writes in and says, now that we're in the big AAA game season, are there any games you guys feel have not gotten the attention or hype they deserve? Are there any smaller indie games that need to be looked at or look for or that you guys are excited about that could be overshadowed by the big fellas? Thank you for all your work you guys put in. Love the show. Thank you, Adam Lockhart. Any games you feel like maybe aren't getting the hype that you're looking forward to, especially we've officially launched the big time season right now.
Yeah.
That's basically coming out, or that's out, or that's been.
That's coming. Yeah, all of the above.
Because the game's free. The Turing test, I didn't even know that game existed. And I don't know why I didn't know it existed, because where have I been? That game's good. It's free this month.
I mean, and that's right up your alley. That's the game that's right up. It's your style.
It's good. So I would say that for me, but I mean, that game's been out for a couple of years now.
Yeah, Jordan, you have anything that's flying under
Honestly,
the radar?
I don't know. I mean, you got Forza, which is doing its thing, Battlefront doing its thing.
Are there any indie games that you're looking forward to?
Indie games. Would you consider Cuphead an indie game? Well, I mean, but Cuphead
I feel like
did its
Cuphead
thing.
had,
You know what I
had
mean? Like,
so
it had
much
quite,
hype
yeah, it really
behind
did.
too. It's a bigger game. Fortnite is one that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. But I mean, now that it's been out, though, it's been out,
you know. But that's one that nobody. I mean, I guess
Call of Duty is doing its thing, right? Its usual stuff, and Shadow of War. but I feel like it's gotten its Assassin's Creed.
Shadow of War is the AAA game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've all kind of had their moment, you know, because I want them all, so therefore I've heard of them all.
Yeah, I don't. That is a really good question.
And I think we don't have a list of games that we can see.
I'm looking at them right now, and I'm not seeing any.
I
pop out at me.
I think it's because they're better spaced out this time. It's not like, well, maybe it is. I don't know.
South Park, is that considered a AAA game?
I would say so, but I would say it's a low tier
Yeah, it's a
Not-
double A game.
Yeah, it's a double A game. I would say that.
Yeah, it's a double A game.
I would say it's a double A, but
Single A is indie, then
That-
there's double A and triple A.
that doesn't mean that it's not a good game. I'm just saying it's more low key than the big boys.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think because it was supposed to come out already, it's been delayed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind
I
of
will say too, Super Lucky's Tale looks pretty fun. That has that Spyro the Dragon look and feel to it. That looks fun. Also, Vampire I think looks interesting. But other than that,
Yeah, I'm going through this list. It's
all big games.
yeah.
from
we
here
just have
out.
we just have big ones. This is the big time of year.
Okay, what's the next biggest game you're looking forward to?
probably Battlefront.
Battlefront for you, McSpicy.
Forza.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
that's
Forza's
a hard one to
good
choose.
Yeah. I
between.
think I'm
But-
Wolfenstein Colossus for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But Star Wars, man. Like Star Wars. That's so
But
good.
anything with Star Wars. Great question. Thank you so much, Adam Lockhart. That moves us on to Atomic Soldat 104. He says, I'd like to give a shout out to EBK Angelic. So this is not a question. This is just the shout out here.
Oh,
Here's
sure.
why. He said he's been an outstanding representative of the positive gaming that exists in the XoneBros Destiny 1 clan. He and a group helped me learn the Leviathan raid. He and others, whose gamer tags I don't recall, were patient, helpful, and informative, which made for a great gaming experience. I didn't get a chance to thank him properly. Much respect to EBK and Angelic and others I played with.
That's
As
awesome.
always, keep up the great work. Looking forward to the podcast today. Atomic, that's from Atomic Soldat. That is what the community is all about. That is why the Destiny clans are so fantastic. People running great. We have great admins over there.
Yeah.
We just got new admins in Destiny 2. Tim Anderson writes in and says, Forza 7, Project Cars 2, or Need for Speed Payback. If you only had to choose one,
Forza 7.
which would it be?
I would say Forza.
I'd say
7.
Forza 7 too. Now, Tim tweeted me earlier today and says that I need to check out Project Cars, and I know it looks good, and I need to check it out. However, I think Forza is in a position that if it doesn't mess up, I have no reason to leave. You know what I mean? And I think that's where so hard, because I hear Project Cars is very good, and Project Cars 2 is just an improvement on the first one, but they're in such a tough market because Forza owns it right now.
Yeah,
Of
especially
all
on
of the
Xbox.
racing
Because
cars.
Forza, I mean, they have an arcade version of the game, Forza Horizons. You know,
Yeah,
they cover
and that's
both
an advantage
sides
too. Yeah, no, that's true.
They have the simulation, which is their standard flagship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have the Horizons,
and it's
label,
simulation,
and it's
especially when it starts raining.
they are so good at what they do. I know that the other games have different things like
Like Need for Speed's like the Michael Bay of.
so there's a place for it.
But Project Cars is really well received. It does look good. I just haven't had a chance to play it. And honestly, I don't really have a reason because I'm just so into the
Forza's
Forza
gotcha.
series. But that needs to change. Anyway, great question, Tim Anderson. Last but not least, Chris Mack. He wants to know, is the intelligent delivery system that Microsoft is coming out with where they can determine what needs to be downloaded on your console, what doesn't need to be downloaded so it doesn't take up space and stuff. He asks, is that the answer for lack of hard drive space or internet data caps?
both.
Both.
Yeah. I would say more so for data caps because I think hard drives are super cheap.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
bet you it's invented because half their employees got their data capped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, Seattle. I don't imagine Seattle has got a wide swath of internet providers.
Yeah.
Their competition.
So yeah, that's probably. I mean, honestly,
They're like,
usually why
"Shoot,
good
man."
features like this come out is
They're
because
like,
you go
hey
home.
man, I was downloading Halo, and I can't download anything else for the month. We got to do something about this. You don't pay me enough. Like, okay, we'll fix it, Bill.
Bill Gates. No, yeah. I think it covers both, but I really think it's probably more so for data caps. Because I mean, hard drives, you can get a $10 thing on Amazon to make any of your old hard drives USB 3 capable.
Yeah.
You can just get an adapter. So
What is the size again on? Is it just a terabyte on the Xbox One X?
that's built in?
That's built in.
Yeah, it's
Is it a terabyte? Okay.
I think so. I think ours is. I don't know about the others, but I think
The Scorpio, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, great question, Chris Mack. I agree. I think data caps are probably the more important, especially like when you're talking about internationally. Data caps are probably what they're more concerned about there. And that brings us to the final portion of the show. This portion of the show is brought to you by Patreon. If you want to support the show on a monthly basis, you can do so over at Patreon. We do a weekly drawing every month where you're eligible.
Monthly drawing. You said weekly drawing.
We do a weekly drawing.
Well, that would be awesome if we get to the point where we can do a weekly drawing.
We do a monthly drawing at the beginning of each month. This for all of those who have subscribed to our Patreon page, this month you get to choose from Forza 7, Middle of Earth, Shadow of War, and Destiny 2.
Good picks. We'll be doing that next week, right?
Next
that'll
week,
be
the
the
first
first
week of the month.
I was reading chat. I'm sorry.
Destiny 2, Shadow of War, and Forza 7.
What would you get?
Forza 7.
Forza 7.
Yeah.
Although that Nemesis system and the fact
Yeah.
that Nemesis
Shadow
system,
of War, yeah.
the fact that Nemesis system now applies to your own army,
Yeah.
and your own army can stab you in the back. Barbara Blake's got me really excited for that game while he was cutting my hair yesterday. He kind of has you. You could sit in the chair. What are you going to do? Get up and leave? Or I disagree with your game thing. And so he just preaches, and he sold me. He sold me on the game, Shadow of War.
Yeah.
That's how. If we could do a podcast while cutting someone's hair, we'd take off.
You know when he really has you is when he's giving you a straight blade
a straight blade shave.
shave where you're laying down and
That's
he's got
when,
you by the
if
neck.
I was the barber, that's when I'd ask like the most. So, you slept with my wife? like make someone really nervous. No, anyways, he really has got me excited for that game and that Nemesis system. But I'd have to go with Forza 7. I just love that game so much.
Yeah.
And having played the demo, that's where it's at. Anyways, with that, I'll start first. What have we been up to? What we've been playing? I played a lot of games this week. I played Red Dead Redemption in honor of the Red Dead Redemption trailer that's coming out. That game holds up so well.
It does. People, when I streamed it, people thought, wait, was there a graphical update? Or?
Yeah, no, that game holds up so well, and it's because the distance. They blur out everything in the distance, and it just looks beautiful. They do a good job of that, and that's what keeps it graphically up. It could if they added a texture pack update to that game would be a 2017 release game. It's that the horse technology holds up today on that. The shooting holds up well. The story is on point. I love that story. And actually, I think I'm going to go through the story. I'm not even going to worry about the side missions this time through. Just go through the main story to refresh myself so that when stuff happens in the next Red Dead Redemption, when there's Easter eggs, I will appreciate that more.
No, yeah, that's one.
Because it all came back to me.
Yeah,
as I was playing
it does. And then there's some things that are in your memory, but then you go, oh yeah,
I remember this.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, and I really enjoy Bonnie. Good old Bonnie.
She's a cool character.
Bonnie McFarlane. Also, the Marshal is a cool. They're all very cool, very well voice acted. Everybody.
And then the Marshal's like stooge,
assistant,
the one that's just like, dude.
He like spits in the can at you, and he hates you. And what does he say? There's a stupid dog or something, but he seems loyal. That's what John Marston says.
Well, John Marston, the voice acting, the animation, it's a good show that you play.
Reactor leak. The horse's rear end in Red Dead 1 is outdated, and that's why a sequel is needed. I got so many tweets at me for my comment last podcast where I talked about the horse's asses being top notch.
Well, they are.
In Red Dead Redemption.
They flex.
Can't argue that they're not.
Go watch that Red Dead Redemption trailer.
Oh,
and,
right there.
They literally, you can see the muscles just flex.
And like I said, I did play so Red Dead Redemption. I did play some battle
Royale.
Fortnite Battle Royale. Super fun. I'm really excited to jump in with you guys and play that game.
Yeah.
I also did play some Forza. Also fun. There's a game that I played that I was Minecraft. Play a lot of Minecraft. Loving that
Your
game.
castle's
The Minecraft.
looking good.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, I like
Thank
your
you kindly.
upper spires.
Yeah.
Last I saw.
Yeah, my upper spires are done. I've not worked on the inside. See, you guys all, well, McSpicy especially, you have a nice interior. I've not yet focused on the interior at all.
Well, that's important.
I've got to take care of the interior now.
You notice the outside looks terrible, but the inside.
Whose place do you like the best from the other people in the realm so far?
There's a lot of good ones.
I would say
some good ones.
I'm really impressed with your exterior because you are symmetrical. You have the tower things.
Thank you.
It's really your castle's a good castle.
I knocked down Jordan's "Was Here" sign because it was in the way. It was in the way of the waterfall that I
was
had
actually
to throw
surprised
down.
that you left my what's there. It's like right in front of your
Well,
door.
see, I'm such a hermit in that game.
Oh, you're there.
I mean, here's the town, and I went way far away in the middle of nowhere where no one could find me. that an extra sign in the path deters people from coming into my house. I appreciated it.
I would go into that house, but there's a sign in the way. I
Yeah,
don't wanna,
see?
I don't want to make
you
that
have to
effort.
jump over it.
Yeah.
I think Tyron Lapido is my favorite. He's got the greenhouse, underground greenhouse effect.
That's
going
right,
on.
yeah.
That is sweet, dude.
There's some good ones though.
Tyron Lapido, great job.
I do like
Dainty Princess
yeah,
also with the glitter palace.
She's got a very modern feel.
Very,
I really like the glass windows,
very
her
modern.
fireplace.
Yeah, very modern Phil. It's true. There's a modern
And then I
feel to
forget
that.
who was it. Oh, I do like
also Choco Monkey. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he's
he's
the
got
king.
a tree.
We just don't
Yeah,
talk about because he's the king. In that
He
game.
is, yeah. There's two houses next to my neighbors. If
Your
you
neighbor.
will.
Yes.
I think is it Arrow Ben Kenobi. I like his.
Oh,
Just, it's
yeah,
it's just a classic house.
It's a classic cabin.
It's
a
just
classic
and I
cabin
love
out
it.
in the
I
woods.
walked in there and I was like, this is great.
This is classic.
I was almost thought about knocking down my tower and just building a nice little house. You know, that's all I need.
Well, yours is unique. Yours is a very unique build. It's just like there. You should put an eye on it.
Well, I got it. Well, see, it's not
Like
it's not
from
done
Lord of
yet.
the
I still
Rings.
got to do the roof, and the roof's going to be the hard part because it's going to
You
have
could
the big
do an
room
eye.
up
You know how
top
you could
and
do
the
an eye
roof.
with the nether blocks and then lava them?
Good luck.
That'd be good.
That
That'd
would be
good.
so hard to build.
And then the one next to Arrow Ben Kenobi where he's got waterfalls coming off.
Yeah,
That's
I forget who that is. So
Bear, I want to say Bear.
Bear
son-
Grylls? Is it Bear Grylls? I don't remember.
Bear
who it is.
Grylls.
I apologize. Yeah. Anyways, so
We got to have a wizard's duel on your tower when it's done, Jordan.
Yeah.
We really
Yeah,
do.
we should.
so we have a
actually.
PvP.
A PvP wizard's
PvP
duel.
Coliseum.
I know we
We'll
do
have
a
that
Choco was
Gandalf
building-
Choco built the
Saruman
Colosseum.
duel like in the tower.
Yeah, where I'm going to. We can just recreate it. I'm going to say, okay, I'm attacking you now.
Well, 'cause
and then you fly against the wall and just spin in
What's
circles.
going to make
Yeah.
because my main room is going to be up there and I'm going to have like an outlook and all that stuff. But what's
Yeah.
going to make the tower look cool is the roof, and I just got to figure out how to do it. I've been watching a lot of roofing videos on Minecraft and
Some
YouTube. I
roofers.
really have. No,
the
there's
Minecraft
like,
roofers out there.
yeah, I've been watching like tower builds on, and I pay attention to how they do their roofs because there's a lot of. It's architecture, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, especially when you're only dealing with cubes.
Yeah.
Jordan, when he was building his tower, he was like,
I was going to do this wonderful spiral staircase all the way up, and then I realized the game is in blocks, so you can't like. So I had to reevaluate my.
your house
Yeah.
or tower. My bad, tower. No, David.
Yeah.
I will tell you what I have created off the air
Okay.
because
It'll blow my mind.
yeah, and I don't want it to be messed with.
You don't want to blow anyone else's mind, just mine.
It's a very secretive thing that I've been doing.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It inspired me to do my own.
Oh, so whoever's
Thing.
next to me, I think it is the Bear Grylls.
Yeah, that's the house I like, the waterfall house.
Yeah, with the waterfall. So I actually, in making my moat, I had to do some renovations on his place without him knowing. I stole his water from his waterfalls, and now his waterfalls, he had a gate around it, and it was right in the middle of my moat, so I had to knock down his fence. And then I knocked down his fence, and I built into his water, and then built it down, so his water flows into my moat, his waterfall.
This is why we got to have an HOA. We gotta-
Well, do you know what's funny?
But it doesn't look bad. It's not like I messed anything up.
yeah.
I have an automatic sugarcane thing that I got going on. Somebody came and took the switch that keeps it going.
I need a switch.
Well,
Thank you.
I come back and I'm like, what?
Where's
No,
my
why is
switch?
this not working?
Here's my switch. Freudian Slips got a nice place in the lake over by you. Ronan says he traveled very far away and he's making a lake house. So we got to get roads now. Choco Monkey, that should be because Choco Monkey he's a big project guy. Choco Monkey, you should make a project, a road to everyone's house that's far away.
I would say a simple road, like in a Rome road, not a super highway.
Yeah, no. Superhighway, no. Just the
because
path.
Choco thinks big.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Have you
that
seen the
wall
wall
that we
around?
have, I
man.
thought I was up north with Jon Snow for
Yeah.
a minute. I mean, that
The
thing, I was
walkers.
looking like, holy cow.
So
That was awesome. That was
something
so,
simple.
yeah.
Choco, if you're gonna do it, do something just nice, calm, pleasing, simple.
Atheos Ama in chat says that's against the neighborhood charter.
Yeah.
Anyways, I played a lot of different games this week. Had a blast. Super fun. I even did play some Destiny. Got into some Destiny again. That game is really well done.
Just fun to play.
It's
good.
just fun to play. You jump back in. It's just what a good game. Anyways, that was me. Jordan, how about you?
So I actually did play a little bit here and there. So I played Destiny, which I had a lot
Sure.
of fun with. I played XCOM, just a level.
Oh,
but I really like
XCOM going?
XCOM. I want to get more into it this week. But I just played like a level really, and had fun. I did play Overwatch this week because I actually play that at work a lot.
Oh, very nice. And how is that going?
So that's good. So they made some changes, and we talked about it a little while ago. That specifically the change to Mercy that they made.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I really didn't like it. I was like, oh, they took away her group heal, and now she flies for an ultimate, right? This and that. I am like, my main character all this week has been Mercy, and I actually
Because her ultimate is sick.
after
it's like
playing with
you
her,
can't kill her.
yeah, because so like. You just
She
fly, and I just
becomes-
I hit the trigger a bunch of times with a click, right? And you're just healing everybody because you're up in the air and you can fly pretty fast, and you're up there for quite a while.
Yeah,
it's a
long.
pretty good timer.
It's
yeah.
it's long.
And I've actually really come to appreciate the single target revive. I think that's actually maybe more useful.
well,
I
what-
mean, I really put it. So what I'm trying to say is, at first I wasn't excited about her
But now-
changes.
now you
but
like
now
the
that I've
changes.
played and I've been playing her all week,
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing Mercy. I think she's a lot of fun.
I would say the genius behind a move like that. So Mercy, for those that don't play Overwatch, she used to be her ultimate ability
Was healing everybody.
well her
Resurrecting
reviving them.
reviving everybody. There was a problem that gives you good MMR points, because it's a big swing of the match, and essentially Mercy had the problem of low tier players, and I don't mean low tier players. I would say lower tier players than Grandmaster became elevated in their rankings. So they would essentially, you would have a Mercy player play with players that are far beyond their skill level. Not saying that that's good or that's whatever. It hurts the health of the game if you have a broad spectrum of tiers of game players in a competitive mode, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, perfectly.
And that was the problem with Mercy, is because she could easily do these game swinging moments that would make it so these players would be in a tier where they shouldn't be, and it was a big complaint. Those changes are genius to do the single target healing. It makes it, or the single target
revive.
revive.
Well, it's healing too, I guess.
And
actually.
healing.
Yeah.
They basically made her character far more skill based and keeping it fun with those moves. It's when you do her ultimate now is you fly all over the map and you can become a battle Mercy and just pull out that pistol. They've increased the shoot, and I don't even
And
think
I
there's
actually
reload.
didn't think about doing that until halfway through. And I saw another Mercy doing that, and I was like, hey, that's
You're
not a
unstoppable.
bad idea. Yeah. So
You
but
take
I mean,
less damage. It's a
Yeah.
great ultimate, and your revive ability is now 10 seconds instead of 30.
and I think now I haven't tested this out for sure, but I think if you use your revive and then use an ultimate, your revive automatically recharges.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It's just like
Because I
Genji.
remember like I revived someone, I ulted and I like jumped up in the air and I was like, oh, I have it back, and I hit and I was able to revive 2 people within seconds. You know what I mean?
The genius behind that move is they fixed that problem by there's a lot less Mercies where they should be instead of where they shouldn't be in the ranking system, and they can kept it fun. It's more technical based. It's just it's a good move.
She's becoming one of my favorite characters to play. Really,
Those are
I
really
really have a fun time with her. But yeah, so I played that, and then of course I played a lot of Minecraft.
Yeah.
I saw Mark's
Dude, it's
stuff
so
that he
addicting.
did, and it inspired me to do my own.
That game
Stuff.
is just so addicting.
Oh, it's too addicting.
Yeah.
It's let's just say when David woke up, I hadn't gone to bed yet.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's true. I stream. I am up at 5 in the morning. I start my stream about 5:30 in the morning our time. I jumped on and I start playing, and I see Mr. McSpicy, and sometimes Mrs. McSpicy jumps in because she wakes up early.
Yeah, my
and
wife
she'll
does,
jump in. But Mr. McSpicy never does.
So he makes his comment. He's all, "Oh, it looks like Mr. McSpicy's here. Guaranteed he's not in chat right now."
Guaranteed he's asleep, because I thought maybe you just had stayed, because I streamed the night previously.
Yeah,
And I was
and I-
streaming Minecraft, so I thought maybe he had just stayed. And then I just say, nope, I'm here still. I was like, oh my goodness. He never went to bed. He literally, I was streaming, went to sleep, woke up, started streaming again, and Mr. McSpicy had not gone to bed.
Well,
So you were in Minecraft that whole time?
and working.
That's like 8 hours straight. I believe I got 7 hours of sleep last night. That's 7 hours.
Well, I mean, I worked too, so I was.
Yeah, yeah.
back
So it
and
probably
forth.
only felt like 2 hours in
And
Minecraft.
I actually
years.
tried to go to bed. So I have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
especially
I-
when you got Minecraft in
Yeah,
mind.
what I'm thinking, oh my gosh, someone's messing with my automatic sugarcane machine.
You know what's great about our community, though?
I don't think I've had anything stolen, really.
Yeah, our community is
Like
good.
for the most part,
everybody has.
we
their,
have the community shed.
Yeah,
Somebody stole my Switch.
That's free for all. Well, you probably deserved it.
honestly, it was probably one of us two.
I just think somebody was looking
Just
on
like
how
that
to build it.
TNT that we put all around your
Oh.
house.
I think somebody was looking on how I built it, and then they accidentally
Forgot to put it back or something.
And then I think, well, because I have little containers underneath that they're hoppers,
Sure.
and they take things. I think they're like, oh, like what you did. You broke what's his face's gold blocks.
Oh yeah,
you broke his,
Freudian slip.
and then you're like, oh my gosh, I broke it, and then you just left. I think that's what happened to me. I don't.
just ran away. You're like, oh, no.
And they like look around, and then they run away.
In their little
I think
pocket.
that's what happened with mine. I think it was a total accident because nothing was stolen.
Yeah.
Just it was missing the key ingredient to start the machine.
Jordan, anything else you played?
No,
XCOM,
just
Minecraft?
those games: XCOM, Minecraft, Overwatch, and a little bit of.
Mr. McSpicy, how about you?
So I played Destiny 2. I'm so proud of our clan. Our clan. I don't even have
Both
to,
clans now.
Yeah.
We were struggling. So we weren't struggling. Both clans were doing their job. What we lacked was leadership in Clan 2. And they weren't getting the engrams as much, and they weren't completing the raids or the nightfalls necessarily as a clan. We got leadership in there. Boom. Taken care of.
I'm so proud
We're
of
so
those guys.
awesome. I mean, when I say we, I mean the community. The community as a whole.
We
the
are the
X1
greatest.
Bros community. I love that. I love the community. Everybody's so great. It's the best group of players that I've ever had the chance to play with.
Yeah,
ever.
they make the game even more fun than it is.
It's true. And that is what Destiny 2 has done a good job of this time, is making you
communities
want
incorporate, yeah.
to be in a clan, to be a part of a community.
And so, have you done any of the clan? What do they call it? Where you can,
Challenges?
no, the clan where you can be two, and then you can bring someone in a strike or in.
No, you can't do that because our clan's full.
Yeah, so that's the problem. But I think it's a great idea, but I don't like that.
Well, it's for people not in clans.
Well,
Yeah.
so what? I get the idea behind it, but I wish they would let you just use a matchmaking system. But anyway,
For your own clan.
so basically,
too. Like,
if our clan had 50 players and we're doing the raid and this and that, it's like, well, we need to build up our clan. And we need more players for raid. So you have 5 players from your clan, and you pull someone in. That person can then choose to join your clan afterwards, and then you guys can, you'll have that 6 player, and your clan will grow, right? I think that's the idea behind it. But since we're already at 100 players, we can't pull anybody in, so it doesn't even let us do the option of guided game.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
I agree.
I would like just it's a good place to get.
Because, I mean, for anybody, whether you have 100 people in a clan or not, I mean, sometimes you run into those situations where it's like, okay, only 4 of our guys are ready to go tonight. The other people that are online today aren't leveled up. We can't do it. We need those extra. You know what I mean? I wish they would just let you. Honestly, I wish they would just let you do a look at, which is what guided games is, but a looking for player, looking for group in game for anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and generally speaking, when I think clans in this context, when you are pulling someone in because of that reason, because you don't have a 5th member or 6th member or whatever it is, in my experience, everyone that's been asking for players to come in with LFGs or anything have been pretty cool people.
Yeah.
Like matchmaking, you get some DBs, but
Yeah, well, and that's why looking for, like, World of Warcraft has their dungeon tab, right? Or whatever you want to... Yeah, dungeon tab. It has a matchmaking system, a heroic matchmaking system, but then it also has a pre-made section where you can basically post like, hey, there's 5 of us, we're looking to take down this world boss, need 2 tanks, and someone can click on that and message you and say, hey, I would be interested in this is my level, this is what I want. But that's for anybody. It doesn't matter if your guild has 1,000 people in it. You know what I mean? You can. And I wish Destiny. I think the guided games is definitely a step in the right direction. But I wish they had.
well,
They would allow everybody to do that, not just clans that aren't full.
I think that's a mistake that they don't do that. I think it's a great concept. It's a great idea. So great that I think it would be awesome if everyone could use it.
Yeah.
Not just not
solo
everyone.
players.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Or clans
we
that don't
can't-
have a full.
We can't help
As a
other
clan,
people.
we can't do
Yeah.
it because we're locked into. We're 100. We have our
Yeah.
full clan. So the game thinks, oh, you guys have a full.
Here's
clan.
the thing.
You don't need to do it.
I think in 6 months, the way that the clans work in game will be completely different than it is
Probably,
today.
yeah.
I think we'll have more.
with the
I
first,
think we'll have
first
more.
couple DLCs will change.
Yeah, I think we'll have more tools. I think we'll be less reliant on the companion app, which basically once you get into a clan, especially
now.
with
I mean,
our community,
okay,
we have
I
Discord.
I guess they do have the companion app where you can do what I just said. Like anybody can look for group. You can
Yeah.
post something in companion
You
app.
can.
But why not have that in game?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to take those features and move them in game.
Yeah.
Because they have the tab there now. That tab never existed in Destiny 1. So now they've got it there. Now
You
they're
can just make that the clan.
Add,
You can just
add
make that
features to
essentially.
it.
You can just make that the social tab. It has your clan,
Yeah.
looking for group, all
Your
this different
everything.
stuff. And I really love the idea of when World of Warcraft did their dungeon journal, because the idea was, look, people are leaving our screen. We don't want that. We want to stay on their screen for as much as time as they can, right? So that's why
Yeah.
they add these features in to keep you on.
No, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. That
Well, I played Minecraft too,
Oh, you play Minecraft too,
and
yes.
Cuphead.
And Cuphead.
A lot
Oh,
of
man.
Minecraft.
Did you know that there's a Cuphead vinyl that you can buy?
Oh, for the music?
It's a special edition. It's sweet. It looks. In fact,
I
I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna go get this for Mark. It's like
I bet you
it's like 100
Minecraft will
Where
have
do I
a.
get
It's like
that?
$150.
I bet you Minecraft will have a Cuphead skin.
I'm sure they will. That
Dude,
would be. That
by the
would be
way,
perfect.
someone used 343 Guilty Spark as a skin in Minecraft. That was so funny.
Choco did.
Yeah, because it was just floating around with his pickaxe. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Well, and then he had an Ewok too.
Yeah, and it was little. That was
It's
awesome.
It's $115. It's not out yet. You can pre-order it. There it is.
awesome.
The Cuphead album. as
Don't
a
deal with the
vinyl.
devil.
I almost got it for you, Spicy, but
That's cool.
I thought it would be like $50, not 150.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That
And I played a lot of. I know I said Minecraft, but let's be honest. I played a lot of Minecraft.
yeah, how many hours? Give us an estimate.
I guarantee you, no one on our server has played as much as me.
Even Choco.
Beyond Choco.
Oh, so your Choco's bouncing, coming in and out, and you're still there.
Yes.
Whoa, that's big boy.
I have a
That's big boy time.
I have a specific monitor, and I leave it on at all times so all my automated stuff can keep going. And I just sit there while I work. And then, as soon as my game crashes or logs me out from inactivity,
Yeah.
just sign right back in, because that forces my machines to work.
That's why BDO is such a great. Black Desert Online is the
AFK
perfect game.
fishing, yeah.
AFK fishing. That's where it's at. That brings us to the end of our show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. McSpicy. Where can people find you? What will you be up to this week?
I'll be playing Cuphead. You can find me on Twitter, and my gamer tag. Both are the same, Mr. McSpicy.
Jordan.
Jordan XOB. I'll be playing Minecraft, Destiny, and I really do want to get into XCOM.
Yeah, absolutely. I am XoneBros. I'm going to be playing some Fortnite Battle Royale this week. Probably some Forza as well. Monday through Friday. Come check me out every morning on Mixer. Great way to start the day. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hey.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. That was awesome. Huge day for us. We're so excited to be partnered. We want to say, give a special shout out and a special thank you to our subscribers. Reactor Leak, Ronin, and Freaky RO are still in chat. Thank you to the three of you for subscribing. Really appreciate the support. We appreciate everything you guys do for the community. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And we just
Can you name them again?
Reactor Leak. He's still in. These are the guys that subscribe that
Still,
are still in here.
I want to, just because it goes to VOD, I want to
Yeah.
say
So
everybody's
Reactor
name.
Leak, Ronin, and Freaky RO.
Thank you
Thank
very
you guys.
much.
You're still in here, and all of our everyone that subscribed tonight. Let me.
I've met Freaky, by the way.
He moved to Virginia.
Yeah, when he was traveling through.
Yeah. Graphic Killer, NK Woa, and Toast.
Nice.
Also subscribe tonight. Huge thank you to those guys. Really appreciate the support to everybody. Super big deal for us. We're excited. We're excited to grow here on Mixer. I think everything will go pretty good from here out. We're gonna up our
Yeah.
streaming game, everybody. So
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
When those hit during the show, it's hard to just say
Can
thank
I
you.
just say I really like the little confetti animation.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's a good time.
That's really fun.
That's a good time.
I missed it. I was
Every
Uh,
time someone subscribes, confetti.
So guys,
animation
so
comes
On our screen?
in.
Freaky Ronin, Freaky Ronin and Reactor. There'll be badges that will show next time. We've just got to make the badge. It will be a special badge that when you type in chat, it'll pop up right next to your name that you're a subscriber. It's going to be awesome. We've got to make it since they put the button on our show.
Yeah.
During the show, we haven't had a chance to upload that, and we've got a couple of emotes coming this week as well. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Any requests? In fact, we should take a
request
survey,
for-
request for certain emotes. If you guys can think of any. In fact, from our subscribers, it really should be our subscribers that get to suggest some emotes.
I
to
have
us.
ideas like a Brink logo with a ban around it. Like a no smoking sign
that
around
should
it.
be one. I would like to see a Top Gun volleyball scene emote somehow. I don't know
How would you do that?
don't know how you
Volleyball?
do
How
that.
would you do that? Okay, I'll figure out some Top Gun ones because I'll be the one making it. I wonder how I could do that. That'd be
Yes,
cool.
yeah. Someone in chat asked us about if we'll be doing giveaways to our subs on Mixer. We've got to look up the terms of service. There's very specific terms on giving stuff away, and I think the way it works is giving stuff away on Mixer has to go to it has to be open to everybody in chat. It can't just be to subscribers, or else it's considered gambling. It's raffle, so we're not allowed to do that. But we definitely will think of a way. The reward is the emotes because we got to make them freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And the sweet badge that will come. We're gonna make a really good badge. We've been looking a Brink badge. Freaky RO wants a Brink badge.
I know. Well, Freaky, the last 3 weeks, he's been on this Brink phase. And I can't wait till you grow up past that and you go to college and then you just stop talking about that because
I like the Brink phase. The Brink phase cracks me up. It's like a dad joke. It's the dad joke of the show.
there are
It's the
Freaky.
pun. He keeps going. They're on the brink of success.
I know. I ignore every Brink taunt. I straight up ignore it. It's just sticks and stones.
I'll sneak an emote in there that is like Brink #1 or
no
something.
way, dude. I will can that so
That'd be
fast.
so funny.
Oh, man.
Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We will see you guys later. I'm going to be doing a special Saturday stream again tomorrow morning, everybody. So look me up. Maybe some Minecraft, maybe some Fortnite,
You should get Cuphead and play it.
maybe some Cuphead.
Cuphead's good, man. Although you may get mad.
Although, yeah, I feel like in Fortnite I do pretty decent. I feel like Fortnite. So first-person shooters, certain ones aren't my game, aren't my style. Call of Duty I suck at. Battlefield I'm like below average probably. Titanfall I'm pretty good at. And Fortnite I think because they're slower paced.
Yeah.
I do better with the slower paced.
Yeah. See, Freaky, I put those in, and apparently, I put those in for you.
It should be exclamation point freaky. That brings that warning up.
What
That's so
time? What
funny.
time tomorrow are you planning on doing it?
Sometime in the morning. I'm not sure.
There you go,
So,
morning-ish.
Stay tuned. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Wait, let's see who's in chat. Let's do a shout out to everybody who joined us today, who's still here for the after party. We've got Orgaya, who just followed us. Thank you for the follow, Orgaya. Really appreciate it. Dalus is here. Dalus is in the house. Stressed Virus, awesome gamer name. Wall Runner Ninja, J Shoe, Big and Chuckles, Creed and Eve, the Reaper of Souls, Athos, Emma, Arctic Storm, who joined us earlier. Welcome, Arctic Storm. I'm glad you can make your first stream as a listener. It's a good time. A little bit envious of you. I remember my first time in the stream. Okay, never mind.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
PMH
David?
and Ghastly Magician. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the congratulations, Orgaya, on partnership. Really appreciate it. We will see you guys
I'll just
next time. Thank you very much.
I am just gonna end it now. So love you guys. Bye bye. Woo!